And we are live. We are live on the Argyle Way. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. And I hope you're all having a very, very good day. It's a very different type of video today. Obviously, the championship playoff final has just finished, and there is an echo. It's because I got that one in the background, so because I wanted to double check. But hope you're all having a very, very good day. The championship playoff final has just finished, and congratulations to Southampton, who have beaten Leeds in the playoff final and have made it to the Premier League following Ipswich and Leicester City. So that is the three teams that.
Way!
There you go. There's Daryl's reaction because he doesn't like Leeds. But congratulations to all them three teams for making it to the Premier League. And it's a different type of video today. We are going the season review. I knew we was going to do it eventually. We was eventually going to do the season review for the championship, but I feel like it is the perfect time to do that as the playoff final has literally just finished, and it'd be good to go through the season as a whole. I feel like we got loads to talk about through separate teams that have underachieved, and we'll go through our predictions as well that we made, that me, Jack, and Liam made at the start before the start of the season. So that'll be fun to look at. So we'll probably end up embarrassing ourselves quite a lot throughout that, but there's loads to go through today. I'm very, very excited. So strap tight because I think it's going to be a bit of a long one today. So you probably end up enjoying yourselves with this one. So but first of all, as I said just a moment ago, Southampton, congratulations on them getting promoted. They thoroughly deserve to win that game against Leeds. Leeds were very, very poor in that game. But you obviously streamed it, Daryl. You streamed it on your channel. Go and subscribe to Daryl's channel. I'll probably put it in the description below. But they did deserve to go up Southampton. They were the better side.
Yeah, 100%. I thought Leeds did also have a decent game, but at the end of the day, they were just really, really wasteful in front of goal. And some of the chances that they had, and especially the goal that Southampton scored. You have to question the defence because what are they doing? No one's tracking the one of Adam Armstrong, and at the end of the day, and we all know, you give Adam Armstrong an opportunity in front of goal, and he's going to take it. Like it was such a cool finish, under so much pressure. But you got to question the defence. No one saw the one. Yeah. Everyone's claiming for offside. They just stopped. You can't do that in a playoff final.
Like time stopped. Really, the defence didn't have most of the time to think. They split apart, and it was easy for them to score that chance from Adam Armstrong. Very easy.
Yeah, 100%. But I think defensively, Southampton were about as good as United yesterday. Solid. They were just very solid in defence yesterday. Today, yesterday United were, but today Southampton I thought were just solid at the back. And although Dan James hit the crossbar, I think that was the only good thing that Leeds did all match, really. I think they only managed maybe 2 shots on target. So at the end of the day, it was just a case of don't take your chances. You don't win. You give Southampton and Adam Armstrong an opportunity and they score it. Yeah. But I must say there was 1 or 2 important saves made by McCarthy, and also Meslier. Could have been more goals in it, but it did seem like I did say it at one point. I think it was in the second half. I think I said it on the stream.
Yeah, you did.
But I was like, it seems like it's going to be one of those finals where the one goal's going to win it, and it was. And fair play to them. They held on till the end.
Yeah.
They showed determination. They were determined to get over the line, and they did it. Going to be a difficult season for them next season. For Leeds, though, I reckon. I said it before. I said whoever doesn't go up here will go up next season, and I stick by that. So we'll have to see what happens in due course, but I'm looking forward to the next season.
Yeah,
and playing against Leeds again.
Lineup looks brilliant already. A lineup looks very, very tasty. You could tell that clearly United did pass the baton on as well because United played on the same side that Southampton did. So there you go.
Oh, did we actually?
Yeah. So written in the stars really for Southampton to win that game. So there you go. Couldn't make it up. Could not make it up whatsoever. I want to try and find that. Obviously, we're going to go through alphabetical order through this. So we're going to try and find try and find them, of course. That would be absolutely great. Is this the updated one? All right, and for goodness sakes, it's done it again. I love it when my phone just messes up. But we've got 2 people in the stream already. Charlton fan is back, finally back streaming. I've missed you lot. Good to see you back. We haven't seen you in a while. To be honest, we haven't streamed in a while, but we've recently just come back, and I feel like it is the perfect time to come back as well.
I think you lads decided to have a break for like the last,
we
last
needed it.
of the season.
We needed it, and I think when Jack took his break, I'm like, I think I might have to join in as well because it was becoming tiring and
it's hard work, isn't it?
It was
hard work,
quite hard work, but I feel more refreshed. I'm ready to carry on, and I think Liam is ready to carry on as well.
Yeah,
carry on with more banter.
And as for me, I've just never stopped.
Yeah,
I've just never stopped.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting knackered of all the streams. I'm glad I've only got the video Europa Conference.
Yeah.
And the Championship
Ian Foster happened. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Last third of the season. Ian Foster happened. It's just popped up on Google. That's so cool. Have a look at this. Congratulations to Southampton on my phone.
Cool.
That's so cool. It's just
Brilliant.
sell fireworks. That's brilliant. All right, so
Good that.
here we go. So is it going to go through all the teams?
That's good that. Yeah.
Come on, I want to go through all the teams.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's good that.
Yeah, that is really, really good. That's
good.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Teams, alphabetical order.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch Daniel Farker. Bye-bye, you stupid German.
Wow. Goodness me. That's unreal.
Savage.
Savage. Right, complete list, alphabetical order. Is this right? Aha, there we go. So now I've got it alphabetical order, so we'll be able to continue in a minute. But throughout the stream, we're going to review the whole season. Go through some of the best games of the season, but we'll see how far we go. But we'll go through separate teams, review their season as a whole, and then we'll go through our predictions as well of what we predicted to finish, where we predicted them to finish before the season even started. So get ready for embarrassing predictions from me, Liam, and Jack. So it's not going to be nice at all.
But I didn't make predictions because I'm not. Because I just know that realistically, my predictions are normally wrong.
Yeah,
so,
that is what they're usually.
I didn't fancy making myself look a dick, quite frankly. So.
Yeah, I think he'll do well for you. I've got Jack's predictions here. I've got mine, and I've got Liam's. Nice. So let's get that one up. Let's get these JPEG images up.
JPEG.
Yeah, that's what you call these images, JPEG images.
No, I know that. I've
No.
never heard anyone actually say it on stream. Let's get all these JPEG images up.
Yeah. Right, there we go. So let's close that one, close that, and then they're all at the bottom right for me. So that's brilliant. So, it's just pop. Oh, you've got them here. Oh, fair enough, then. So there we go. But thank you, anyways, Liam. But I've got them on my laptop, anyways. But if there's anything else you want us to talk about as well in the stream, let us know. We will bring it up as well. So, but if you did, there's a shorter version on Jack's channel. So if you want to see that, it's at the end of his the game against Hull, the final game of the season. It's at the end of the episode. So if you want to look at that, it's a shorter version of it. Obviously, the first team that we're going to talk about is alphabetical order, Birmingham City. Where do we start from here? So, obviously, the start of the season was looking very, very promising for Birmingham under John Eustace. Good, decent wins for Birmingham at the start. They were looking pretty promising with, obviously, the win against us, which we don't want to bring up whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, I don't really want to be remembering that whatsoever. Getting wins against Leeds, getting wins against Bristol, and then against us, 3 wins in a row at the start. Then not a good patch through after that, but then getting 2 wins against Huddersfield and West Brom 4-1 and 3-1. And then after that was the appointment of Wayne Rooney as the Birmingham City manager. John Eustace ended up packing his bags. Well, not packing his bag, but was forced to pack his bags
And
and
his
leave.
first job was to lose at Borough, which he did.
Yeah. Lose the Borough 1-0. There you go. So from then on was a recipe for disaster for Birmingham as they ended up only winning, I think only 2 games or 3 games in his managerial spell.
Yes. And this is why
2 games in his managerial spell. One against Cardiff and one against Sheffield Wednesday. And then he ended up getting the sack.
And this is why nobody wanted Wayne Rooney, because Wayne Rooney was literally, as soon as he went in to that job and they got rid of John Eustace, I just thought, they're going to fall down, aren't they? They're going to really fall down the league. Didn't expect them to get relegated, though.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to get relegated.
It was ridiculous. It was.
Are we sad? No.
No, it's just so strange, and it just shows how unpredictable Championship is. I mean, you could be top of the league and then all of a sudden straight down the league.
Yeah,
or you could be
absolutely
the bottom,
mental.
Like Nottingham Forest were. They were bottom of the league first half of the season, then got themselves into the playoffs second half of the season, and then managed to win promotion in the playoff final. So it shows the unpredictability, doesn't it? Really, but Rooney going in was just. Yeah, it was a recipe for disaster.
It was a recipe for the disaster from the get-go, really. I think it was a mistake from the board. You could tell it was a massive mistake from them. He didn't get backed in January. He has never signed a player in his managerial career, and he's been managing for 3 years. Once at Derby, and then obviously went to DC United, left them and moved to Birmingham. But since then, has never signed a player, which is an interesting little fact for all of you there. But the last team that was obviously ended up getting managed by who was he called again, Liam? I think you'll probably remember his name. Gary Rowett. There we go.
Yeah.
Ended up getting taken over by Gary Rowett. Tony Mowbray did come in, but wasn't able to stay as he was in hospital with an illness. So they had to get another replacement in, and Gary Rowett came in for I'd say the final hurdle of the season, but couldn't keep them up. But the final game, they beat Norwich last game of the season, but wasn't enough to keep them up as Argyle ended up winning last game of the season as well. But the last lineup they had was Ruddy in goal, Ethan Laird. I think Ethan Laird. I'm surprised he'll probably stay. I'll be surprised if he stays at Birmingham because I do rate him, to be fair. Christian Bielik, another good player. Dion Sanderson, a lot of Birmingham fans do not rate Dion Sanderson at all. Lee Buchanan, Jordan James, I think he'll leave. Do you think he'll leave, Liam and Darryl?
Yeah.
Because he looks a very, very good talent indeed. He scored 8 goals in central midfield role, only 19 as well. He's going to turn 20 soon in July. Then Ivan Sunjic. Koji Miyoshi, one player that was actually not bad at the start of the season, but then his form really, really declined later on in the season. Seong Hao Pak, I don't think I've seen him. He only played 18 times, so he only recently joined in January, I think. But I don't know if Wayne Rooney was manager then, but it must have been somebody else that got him in. And Keshi Anderson, another winger. I think he ended up playing. I think he done well against us. I remember that name. But one player that we don't want to name, Liam, is the scummy man himself, don't we? Which is Jay Stansfield. 12 goals and 2 assists in his 43 matches he's played for the club on loan from Fulham. Obviously, 2 against us, which pains me to say. Pains me to say that. Pains me to say that he scored 2 against us, but you and your team got relegated. So bye, mate. Most points won without automatic promotion.
Wait, what a shame that is. 90 points and they didn't get promoted.
that's the most. Goodness me. But Jay Stansfield, though, Darryl, one player that's done very well for Birmingham this season, but wasn't able to keep him up. But a promising young.
I don't know if he's done really, really well. He's been good and bad. He's been inconsistent. I don't know if he's been really, really good. When he played against Borough, he was loud. He played against Borough and he was lousy.
I think he was the only player that I think gave it his all for Birmingham. If I'm going to be honest, even though.
He was certainly one of the people that actually, that was actually really trying. But really, I mean, I can't lie. I know he got relegated, but I must say John Woody's a decent keeper.
Yep. Yeah, he is a decent
keeper. I thought
keeper.
John Woody was actually decent. I think if he had a bit of defence, they wouldn't have gone down. But you see, people will complain at Gary Rowett for the fact that they've got relegated. Well, it's not down to him. Like, he only came in.
He only came in as
the interim manager after Rooney went.
And then Tony Mowbray came in, but then he had to depart due to illness. So
it's been a mess. It's been an absolute mess this season for Birmingham. They've had 4 different managers. I know there's some of them there's nothing you can do about, but sacking John Eustace to bring in Wayne Rooney, I'm sorry, but if you bring in Wayne Rooney in and you're sacking a manager who's actually got you into the top 6, then you deserve to go down. I thought it was I thought that was an absolute disgrace the way they did that. I thought
they handled it very, very wrong. Very, very wrong indeed. Yes, but being a standout for Birmingham isn't much to brag about. It's much to brag about for us because we survived and you didn't. So suck on that one. That's what I say. Can't wait to see who Shrek brings in player-wise. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's it. That was his nickname. I would load of people called him Shrek. Yeah, he used to get called Shrek all the time. Other players that
who's your assistant manager going to be? Donkey.
Yeah. Other players that were.
You can hear when he doesn't have got me fan on because I'm warm.
Yeah, fair enough. Other players that's mentioned as well for the Birmingham side of the season: Siriki Dembele, Tyler Roberts, Janino Pecunia, Scott Hogan, Lucas Djukovic. Other players as well through the midfield.
Lucas Djukovic isn't a bad player.
Gary Gardner. Forgot about Gary Gardner. To be fair.
Lucas Djukovic just didn't get enough game time.
Yeah. All of the Birmingham fans were very, very annoyed that one player was getting a lot of game time under Wayne Rooney, Oliver Burke. And he did not score a goal in 21 games.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but Oliver Burke is not good.
There you go. So he needs to say.
Tom Huddleston just left United.
Yeah, I think he's joining Rooney at Argyle.
Mike, I'll tell you what, Tom Huddleston's a good coach.
Yeah, Tom Huddleston and Mike Phelan.
Good coach.
Interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed, to say the least. I'm very excited to see the backroom staff will have. And then obviously Cody Jarman as well. I know some of Birmingham fans do rate him quite a lot. But overall this season, Birmingham, there has been an absolute... it has been...
Well, it started off well. It started off really well. And then as soon as they sacked John Eustace, it just went to pot, really.
Yeah.
Where did you have them in the table?
So we're gonna go through our predictions now, but I think this is Liam's. So for Liam's predictions, he had Birmingham to finish 19th.
Well, it wasn't
but to be fair though, Liam, it's not a bad prediction. I could see where you came from that one.
He wasn't far off.
So he was 1, 2, 3 places off. So not too bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad, to be fair.
Who was next?
My prediction, I had Birmingham 17th. Not bad again.
Again, you've had them in and around the bottom half.
In around the bottom half, yeah. Because from what my feeling was, over the last couple of years...
Did Jack have them? Did Jack have them to win the league or something? I mean, he had
Jack had Birmingham 17th as well. So there you go.
Good. Not 17th, bad. 17th, not bad. Only a few out.
Yeah, so 5.
Only a few out.
So 5 for me and Jack, and then 3 for Liam. So Liam's doing well at the moment for predictions. But for my honest opinion and my honest feeling, because of Birmingham for the last couple of years, they've always been riding relegation for the last 10 years. I just had a feeling that they'll just be doing the same again this season, but maybe build on it with obviously John Eustace in charge. I didn't expect them to have the start they had, but I didn't expect them to have the drop they did. That drop was very dramatic. It was a massive drop, and it was very, very bad. Very, very bad for Birmingham overall. And for them, it was just absolutely ridiculous. But
Yeah, it was strange.
good from
Such
you,
a
though,
strange
Liam.
scene.
19th. I can't remember. I think the last time
Wasn't a bad guess. 19.
Wasn't a bad guess, though, Liam. But what was your reasons for them finishing 19th?
I just thought they wouldn't have a good season. I can't remember where they finished the season before that, but you know, I just thought they'd have a massive drop off, and they did that. So I wasn't far wrong.
They did finish 17th last season, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, did they? Fair enough.
Yeah.
As for League One, I think they will win the league. If they don't do that, I think they will get promoted for sure. I think they'll just be too strong for that league and be back where they belong, which is the Championship.
Yeah, they'll be back in the Championship, no matter what. I think they will be back in the Championship very, very quickly. So, and they'll have massive investment behind them. So, I think it won't be too long until they maybe could be pushing for playoffs in the Championship. I do see that happening in the next couple of years. But next team, one team that was, I'd say, one-man FC, but I think obviously I think you two will probably agree with me, is Blackburn Rovers. I didn't expect them to finish a lot lower than they did. Oh, and he's got his cap on. Hello.
It's a fan cap.
Oh my days.
Put a fan on it.
That's
actually
brilliant.
blown out at me, isn't it?
I just noticed that. Goodness me. But Blackburn Rovers.
From Alicante about 2 or 3 years ago.
Fair enough. But Blackburn Rovers, also as everyone calls them, Sammy Schmodik's FC. But this season, it was interesting to say the least. They were good they were all right at the start, but then it just slowly started dramatically just getting a little bit worse, but they got over that. They got over it very, very quickly, and they managed to survive with the last game against Leicester, and they win that.
Yeah,
which was a must win.
They're going to lose. They're going to lose Schmodix.
They're going to lose him, yeah.
If they lose Schmodix, then God help them next season.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Looks
massive.
like we got Leeds again. Good. Didn't want them up anyway.
Yeah, but obviously, for the first half of the season, I think if we're going to go through the managers wise, they had John Dale Thomason as their manager, and then he ended up getting sacked and ended up bringing in John Eustace, who I think there's
didn't do very well.
Yeah, I think there's an echo in the room because we was just literally just talking about John Eustace just a moment ago. But John Eustace
is doing an echo in the
yeah, leaving Birmingham and then getting called by Blackburn to take over. But he did keep him up and got wins against Leeds, got wins against Leicester, a 5-1 win against Sunderland.
Good.
Brilliant results elsewhere.
Yeah, we were laughing at that because we drew 0-0 with them and Sunderland lost 5-1 at home. Oh dear.
Yeah, but brilliant results.
That's because Sunderland are terrible.
Yeah, but fantastic from them really to stay up. But Sammy Schmodix, I'm just going to say this right now, he's easily their player of the season. So
yeah, he was the only good player, to be honest.
Yeah, but going through their last lineup against Leicester, they had Ainsley Pearce in goal. Hayden
he's
Carter
been cacked this season, by the way.
Pearce.
No, he was good. He wasn't bad at Borough, but he was lousy for Blackburn this season.
No,
that own goal against Sheffield Wednesday. Oh dear.
Then the defence: Hayden Carter, Carl McFadden.
I mean, I've got to say, the best own goal of the season's got to go to Ainsley Pearce against Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He just kicked it backwards into his own net.
It's so funny.
Brilliant.
I would love to know Rooney planned when he went to the board that piqued Argyle interest. Yeah, I would love to know that as well. I'd love to know that. Harry Pickering, Callum Britton, Sondre Tronstad in midfield, Joe Ranku Costello in midfield as well. Benjamin
Costello's not a bad player.
Benjamin Cosane from I think he went on. I think he came on loan from Aston Villa.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Harry Pickering join them from Blackpool? Or am I thinking of the wrong player?
True Alexandra.
Okay, I've got the wrong player.
You're probably thinking of a different one, yeah. And then
I can't remember who I'm thinking of.
Then obviously the main player, Sammy Schmodix. I didn't know he was 6'2" though. He doesn't look 6'2". He doesn't look that
tall. 2'10".
Yeah, doesn't look 6'2". Overall this season, 33 goals and 4 assists for the attacking midfielder. Fantastic season.
Very good. That's because the strikers never turned up.
Yeah, age 28. I think he'll definitely go to the Prem next season.
He's going to end up joining another club.
Yeah, Sam Gallagher and then Tyrese Dolan.
Sam Gallagher didn't have a very good season compared to last season.
No, he didn't. No, I agree with you there. No, he didn't.
I was expecting him to do better because the other season he was scoring a lot of goals, and then this season he did now. Really.
Yeah,
would love to know Rooney's plan when he went to the board that piqued Argyle's interest.
Yeah. Just insane.
Probably just to try and keep you up again.
Yeah, probably.
Because unless you can get some good players in and it can work out for you, I don't see he's getting anywhere near mid-table.
I'm really positive about Rooney now.
Because I normally say, because normally we all say that first season up, try and stay up, and then next season try and do one better and try and get mid-table, etc. I still think he'll be. I still think he'll be in the relegation half. I don't think he'll go. I don't know necessarily if he'll go down or not, but I do think I can see you staying up probably, but I don't see you getting mid-table or anything. Yeah. Unless you can have the sort of start that you did last season, where you were winning games all the time. You win the top
But he was in the top half for a little bit.
Then you had top 6 at one point, and then all of a sudden you just started falling apart, and then you were literally having to survive relegation.
I think it was just our home form at the start that was really keeping us up there, but we just couldn't get. We didn't get an away win until the second half of the season.
But you can't just rely on home form.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, if you crap away from home, that's the issue. You've got to be winning games.
Until we got Ian Foster in charge to win away games, so that's what you need to know about that.
He was he was crap for you, but he was the only manager who got you an away win.
Yeah, funnily enough, he got us 2. One against Borough.
Got you 2. Yeah.
Enjoy that one, Liam, if you're there. Brilliant.
That's that. I said this before as well, and I'll say it again. I couldn't really have any complaints. You were the better side. Well, since that, funny enough, since that game, we only lost 1 home game at the end of the season.
That's probably the kick up the ass you needed, really.
Yeah, because we were shit that game.
Yeah. Predictions. For predictions, then,
did you have
Liam's prediction. Liam's prediction.
Blackburn 15th.
Blackburn 15th. It's not.
Where did they finish again?
They finished 19th. So,
mate, Liam's actually had some good guesses.
Liam's doing pretty well so far with the predictions.
Apart from, he got Leeds spot on.
My prediction, I thought, to be honest, I thought they would finish mid-table because I thought with John Dale Thomason and
where did Jack have on top 6?
That was at the time when they signed Niall Ennis as well, and that didn't go well for them. Niall Ennis didn't do anything for them, so but I thought they would have done pretty well and finished mid-table, but 19th, not a good one for me. But from Jack, he put Blackburn 12th.
Oops! Again, Liam wins that one.
Yes, Liam wins that one again. Goodness
and Liam got Leeds spot on, by the way, 3rd place.
Yeah.
Jack had an 8th. Bye.
We'll come to that one a little bit later, anyways. But good prediction there from Leeds. Good prediction there from Liam, though.
Leeds Martin.
Yeah. Leeds Martin, yeah. He's not here at the moment. Please leave a message after the beat because I don't know what the hell he's doing. You know, Hallett is worth 66 million. Rooney is worth 170 million. He hasn't gone to Argyle for the money. There you go, then. Bloody hell. But I don't think he won't pump any of his money into the club, though. Just being honest. I'm being honest here. There will probably be some investment fund that does come in. So there we go. But overall, good predictions from Liam yet again. But to be honest, I thought they would finish mid-table, but I got that completely wrong. And they finished 19th this season.
We're 30 minutes in. We've only done 2 teams. There's another 22.
We're going to try and speed through some of the teams that have like finished probably mid-table as well. One of them, being an example, Bristol City. Well, I'd say probably a mediocre season for Bristol. They did get rid of Alex Scott in the summer.
Probably nothing unusual for them.
Yeah, nothing.
I think they're used to mid-table finishes.
They did end up getting rid of Nigel Pearson, I think, through the season as well.
It didn't surprise me though, because they weren't doing very well under him.
Yeah, and I know obviously Jack and some other fans did want Nigel Pearson in, but to be honest, I kind of didn't want him in. I don't think I would have liked Nigel Pearson as manager. I just don't think it would.
You wouldn't. Why? You wouldn't want a manager that actually.
He is good. He is good, Nigel Pearson,
and has won the championship.
He has, yeah. But
then again, it was with Leicester with that squad. But
yeah, like I would have rather preferred Liam Rosenior, but he did reject us. So there you go.
I bet it'll have been something. I guarantee it'll have been something to do with finance.
Probably, yeah. He probably wanted to. Well, he's trying to aim high. He wants to get the Brighton job. So there you go.
The Bayern job.
The Brighton.
Oh, I was going to say Vincent
Brighton.
Brighton job.
Brighton. But for Bristol City this season, no fair play to them. They did end up getting mid-table this season. So not too bad of a season for them. They finished 11th. 17.
I know it's not. I know this isn't championship related, like, but where do you think De Zerbi's going?
De Zerbi, he'll probably stay in the Prem. I think. I don't know what Prem team will go.
He's leaving Brighton. We know that.
Yeah, but I think he could stay in the Prem. So I think that's probably where
he's going to go to. Chelsea.
Well, Chelsea's interested, so if he goes to Chelsea,
maybe Chelsea or something like that.
If he goes to Chelsea, then that's just a spell for disaster, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, Chelsea never keep their managers.
Yeah, exactly. But when you look at Bristol City's last couple games until the end of the season, they did go on a bit of a good unbeaten run. Going 7 games unbeaten, beating Leicester, beating us, beating Blackburn 5-0, nearly losing to Huddersfield, but then getting a last-minute penalty, which actually took them down. So,
which the bad thing is, that wasn't a pen.
It wasn't even a pen, yeah. It wasn't even a pen. So there you go.
But say no more. It was Rebecca Welsh was the bloody referee in charge of it, and she's from the northeast, I believe.
Yeah. And then the losses they did suffer before that. They had suffered 5 losses in 6 games: QPR, Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff, Ipswich, and West Brom, which is very, very ropey indeed for them. But after that, they ended up bringing back their form and they ended up finishing in a very solid position. Very, very solid position. 11th place, very good for them. If you look at their squad, if there's a couple of players that you could possibly look at in there, one player for sure, Rob Dickey, scoring 5 goals at centre-back for them. Scott Twine ended up getting him on loan from Burnley.
And I just say that's true.
Leeds will lose some players now. Yeah, they will.
Somerville will go to the Prem. Archie Gray, I reckon, will get.
Well, Liverpool's going for Somerville, so there you go.
Who are?
Jason Knight, Joe Williams, Anis Mehmeti.
He was good.
Yeah, Anis Mehmeti.
I do rate that Mehmeti.
Yeah, I remember him from the Wickham days.
Wickham days, yeah.
Wickham.
I kept mispronouncing his name. I kept calling him Anis. Anis Mehmeti.
Anis Mehmeti, brilliant. And then Mark Sykes as well. But good overall season for them, really. If we're going to go for player of the season for them, I'm probably going to say Tommy Conway. He's reached double figures for goals for them, and I feel like he's done a very, very good job for them this season. Maybe Sam Bell. Another Sam Bell could be a shout for them as well.
He's been good.
Yeah, because he's had a very, very good season as well.
I've got to say, a name like Bell, I like that name because it just has that sort of ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Rings a bell, doesn't it?
Yeah, rings a bell. Yeah.
I bet Liam comes on a minute going, shut up.
Shout out! Stop doing these jokes. No, not having it.
Tough
But yeah,
tits.
my player this season definitely would be Tommy Conway. I in my opinion.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Our
Without
predictions,
a
though,
shadow of a doubt.
Liam ended up getting it spot on, and he got Bristol City spot on.
How's he managed that?
11th place. I put 10th, so that's not too
Close.
bad. And then Jack 6th. Right then.
I don't think any of Jack's predictions have been correct. He had QPR to go bottom.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. But good, and that's one.
Is the worst manager in champions.
That's one spot on prediction there from Liam, which is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Spot on prediction from the
worst manager in the championship. Well, probably
who do you reckon
Rooney.
was the worst manager in the championship? Probably
Rooney.
Zisco from Sheffield Wednesday at the start of the season. I think he was horrendous. Didn't even get a win.
I've got to say, though, Danny Wall was brilliant for them.
He was the main reason they stayed up. Of
course.
Easily the main reason why they stayed up. Like if you look at their games here, and I'm looking at Birmingham for God's sakes. I want to look at Sheffield Wednesday. Here we go. But look at the losses and that they took here at the start of the season. So
Foster,
Southampton, Hull, Preston. So that's 4 losses. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Took them 10 losses. 5, 6, 7, 8. It took them 10 losses for them to get their first win, which was against Rotherham at the end of October. Took them to the end of October to get their first win. And then they lost 3 more against Bristol City, Millwall 4-0 and at home, and Birmingham 2-1 away from home. And then they're getting a draw against Leicester. Don't know how the hell they managed to do that at that time. I think was that when Danny Roll was in charge then? Yeah, he was. So
yes,
he was.
Yeah.
And then the wins were then coming. They were then coming. Blackburn, Stoke, QPR, Preston, Hull.
And the game at the Riverside, which was probably Borough's easiest 3 points of the season.
Yeah, and then they ended up winning 4 games in a row here. Millwall, Bristol, Rotherham, and Plymouth Argyle. Then at the end of the season, went 6 games unbeaten, 4 wins and 2 draws. So absolutely brilliant season from them in the end at the second half of the season, but mainly from Danny Roll. So good, well done to them indeed. Anyways, but so well done to them. But we will talk. Do you know what? We will skip ahead and we'll see where we did put Sheffield Wednesday, anyways, because we did end up going to Sheffield Wednesday from then on, anyways. So, but the likes of Barry Bannon, Ugbo, I'd say Ugbo is my player of the season for them. He came in from Cardiff and played pretty well. You'd give him either player of the season or you'd probably give it to, if he was going to say defenders wise, I think Jack gave it to Liam Palmer, if I'm sure. I think he did give it to Liam Palmer. Might be wrong.
Oh, for Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday. I think he did. But other players that was in that team,
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Ugbo.
Deshaun Bernard. Oh yeah, Ugbo. Yeah, definitely.
Deshaun Bernard. I forgot he played for them.
Yeah, Deshaun Bernard. Unbelievable. The most surprising manager of the season. Keir McKenna.
Well, McKenna, and then obviously I think a lot of people were surprised at how well Borough did with Carrick as well, given the bad start.
Yeah, I'd say Keir McKenna, because I don't think anybody expected him to get promotion.
Danny Wall was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But as you all say, you gotta roll with it.
You gotta roll with it. Yeah.
You gotta say
Liam, by the way. We haven't heard him in like 19 minutes. Where has he gone?
He's probably gone to make his tea.
Shock. Right then.
Either that or he's gone to watch the darts.
That wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. But if you're looking at Sheffield Wednesday overall as a holder for predictions, for where Liam put them, He put them 18th. Where did they finish?
Where did they finish?
20th.
Ooh,
So 2 spots off. So 2 spots off for Liam again.
He's been close to these
Yeah,
predictions.
for me, 2 spots off for me. I put him 22nd. So that was close, though. I was pretty close. And then Jack, he had him 18th as well. So we were all 2 spots off. So
where was it? They finished 20th.
Yeah. So fair enough. Fair enough. That's good predictions there from all. Yeah, I couldn't see you there. There you are. There you are. But 2 spots off,
see me?
all of us. So decent on Sheffield Wednesday. Back to alphabetical order.
You're doing a U-Wars stream. Well, I'm doing a lot of the U-War games on my.
You're doing a Euro stream. Stream be good. I'm not sure.
I don't know if they're on about a U-War stream, a U-War preview or what.
It wouldn't make sense doing it on the Argyle Way, so I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Cardiff next. I'm very surprised by Cardiff this season.
Cardiff.
I didn't think they would have a pretty good season. I thought, a lot of us thought they would get.
You're getting more views, by the way. You get more views on Twitter than YouTube.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, to be fair. That's fair enough.
8 on YouTube and 17.
Yeah, it's not too bad, really.
But
for Cardiff, I don't know where to start, really. Finished 12th. A lot of us thought that they would finish very, very low. But they hindered Southampton's promotion. You've got to give respect to Ilobulu as well. He's done a very, very good job for Cardiff. Very, very good job. His first managerial spell in the Championship, and I'd say at the start they were looking possibly. They were sniffing the playoffs a little bit. Did drop off, but ended up staying far away from the relegation and comfortably finishing in 12th. So brilliant season I'd say a very good season for Cardiff. A lot of people thought they would go down, but
I didn't think they'd go. I didn't think they'd go down. I did think they'd have I thought they'd be around mid-table. I didn't see them doing.
When you look at our predictions, then it's going to be even more interesting. But we'll save that until a little bit. Yeah.
Oh dear, what these are like?
Yeah. So, but obviously, for Cardiff's last game of the season was against Rotherham, which they lost 5-2. Oh dear.
Yeah.
We need to be into the bookies next season. He's so bloody accurate. Yeah. Tell us who's going to finish first. Tell us who's going to get relegated. Tell us who's going to finish in the playoffs. Tell us who's going to, etc. Players like Aaron Ramsey, at the start, he was doing well. I think he scored probably possibly one of the goals of the season.
He scored the goal of the season, didn't he?
Yeah, but got bad injury after bad injury and missed loads of games, and he only played 13 times.
Dear.
So
still good signing for them, though.
Still good signing for them. Yeah, was good for them for most of the time. Other players that they had, Yaku and Miete only scored twice for a striker, which is pretty poor.
Yaku Miete did better for Reading when he was at Reading.
Karlan Grant, Josh Bowler. Josh Bowler's been pretty decent for them this season.
They had a decent team. They weren't the easiest.
Josh Bowler on loan from Blackpool, by the way. Can I just mention on loan from Blackpool? Very interesting.
That might be the one I was thinking of from Blackpool.
Keon Atete. I don't think I've seen him quite a lot. Ryan Wintle. I think I've definitely. Ryan Wintle's been pretty decent this season. Callum Robinson, I forgot he was even there as well. I forgot he was even there. And then in their defense, Perry NG. I think that he has to be their player of the season. Perry NG. Yeah, Perry NG has to be their player of the season for sure.
He is a top player.
Yeah, very, very good.
He's definitely a championship quality player. Really, really good player.
Yeah. He's been the main player for them throughout this whole season. Played 39 times for them. For a fullback, scoring 6 goals, it's very, very good stats. Very, very good stats. And was he their top goal scorer? He was joint top goal scorer with their striker, Karlan Grant. So on 6 goals. Goodness me.
Wow.
So, oh my God. God's sakes, man. How many goals did they score this season? 53. Where they got all 53 from? 5 own goals. No wonder then. 5 own goals. 5 own goals. Right then. All right.
I think that says it all, doesn't it?
Says it all, really. But fair enough. But good season for Cardiff, mid-table, and they'll be looking forward to next season. Definitely, maybe a little bit of a more improvement. But predictions: Liam, he had Cardiff 22nd, and I think I did just
maybe take that comment back.
Yeah, I'll take that comment back. But for me though, I put him 23rd, which is even worse.
Where did they finish?
12th. Right.
Dear.
And then Jack.
And
then Jack also 23rd. So we all had them relegated.
Yeah. I think I can safely say you've done shit there.
Yeah, we've done absolutely terrible there. Absolutely woeful. But we did not expect Cardiff to really step up this season. We didn't expect it. Most funny thing next season, really trying to show Ben Waine how to be a striker. Yeah, that's gonna be hilarious, ain't it? But that was terrible predictions there. But from Cardiff,
God by Wayne Rooney. Sorry.
Yeah. Wayne Ben.
Wayne Ben.
Yeah.
Ben Wayne Rooney.
Yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Is this the Wayne to Armorwell?
No. And then next team, Coventry City. To be fair, got to give respect to Coventry City. They've done pretty well this season. They've done pretty well this season.
Semis and lost to United.
And yeah, I forgot that. Also, semi-finals in the FA Cup, where they should have won the game.
Yeah, we should have lost that.
United should have lost that
game. We were so
game.
lucky to get to that final.
They should be in the final, but Manchester United ended up going on to win the FA Cup. So there you go. But Coventry, Mark Robbins, got to give fair play to Mark Robbins. He's done a very good job for Coventry this season.
Yes, Bird.
Yeah, but obviously last season they did get to the final with the playoffs and they lost to Luton. But coming back from this season, they had to replace Gyökeres. They had to replace
you knew he would score.
Was it Gustavo Hamer? I might have butchered his name. Yeah, thought so.
Gustavo Hamer. Yeah, but we knew they were going to score.
Yeah, the 2 players there they had to replace. But they played. Do you know what? Fair enough. Even trying to replace them, they finish in 9th. Very, very good. Players that very stood out this season for them. Haji Wright, 16 goals and 7 assists.
Very good. Callum O'Hare, by the way, is a class player.
And Callum O'Hare, another brilliant player. Played very well this season. And then Ellis Sims as well.
Done okay.
Liam Kitchen's done okay. Kitchen Sink. Don't like him anymore because he scored that last-minute goal against us. So there we go. Ellis Sims, 13 goals. That was Gyökeres' replacement. But to be fair to Ellis Sims, at the start he didn't. He had a very slow start, but then really, really started to grow into that.
He wasn't great for Sunderland, let's be honest.
Not really, no. But the way they played into his ability, long ball over the top, and use his height to his advantage. That's what
I think he was like one of the top scorers in the FA Cup as well.
I think so, yeah. But one player I think is definitely going to get player of the season for them is Haji Wright. 16 goals, 7 assists. He's been fantastic for them. 6'4", absolutely fantastic. And 19 goals overall in all appearances in all competitions. So he got 3 in the FA Cup. So well done to Haji Wright, nearly 20 goals, but he definitely gets my player of the season. And then obviously one other player that I probably mentioned, Milan van Ewijk, if that's how you say his name.
Milan van Ewijk.
Van Ewijk, yeah. Another decent.
I don't know. Is it Milan van Ewijk or Milan van Ewijk?
Yeah, it's EWIJK. So
yeah, it's Dutch. I think it's Van Ewijk. I should know. Me would know.
Yeah, but decent season for them.
Gotta give my partner would know because their family's
Mark Robbins done a very good job. Predictions though. Where did we predict him this season? Liam, 9th. And he got that one spot on as well.
He's got 2 spots.
I put him 11th. That's not too bad. Jack put him 7th. So 2 off for me and Jack, but Liam getting it spot on again. So that's 2 spot on for him now.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 indeed. I think it might be 5 actually because we've done Sheffield Wednesday as well. So 5.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it? Oh, it is 6.
And the only thing Liam bets on, and the only thing Liam does, is a 5-fold on a weekend.
Yeah.
Which he never wins, by the way.
Yeah.
I think he's only won twice a season. And he's done it every week.
Yeah. Our next 2 teams, I'm going to go through these 2 teams very quickly. Is Rotherham, who finished bottom of the league on 27 points, and then Huddersfield.
I think we all expected. Well, I certainly didn't expect Huddersfield to have as bad a season as they have done. But I was expecting Rotherham. I think we all expected Rotherham to finish in the relegation zone. Or even
Hello, Liam. It's back.
Rotherham, just for me, had a championship side. They were absolutely diabolical. There's no disrespect. Well, they were just. They were woeful. They were easily the worst side in the championship, so they fully deserve to go down, I'm afraid. And the annoying thing is, they took 4 points off us.
Yeah, I remember that. And we took 6 points off them, Liam. Good indeed. Take that. And by the way, you got 2 spot on, Liam. You got Coventry spot on and Bristol City spot on.
Nice.
Someone said take him to the bookies next season.
But Cardiff was absolute mare, Liam, wasn't it?
Yep.
We all thought.
Yeah, I was looking at the predictions. And all you had to do was going, oh dear.
Yeah, we all thought they would get relegated, but
did really well there, didn't you?
For Rotherham and Huddersfield. But let's start with Huddersfield because they had Neil Warnock at the start of the season, and then they ended up getting his replacement, Darren Moore, and then he ended up getting a sack. And it's just a bit
like Birmingham. It's a bit like Birmingham. It's been an absolute mess this season because when you have 3 or 4 different managers in one season, you know something's not right.
Yeah.
And I think really they just looked awful. I mean, they looked down and out. And I mean, I'm pretty sure when they found out, when we knew that they had Ipswich last game of the season, a game where if Ipswich won, they got promoted. I think we knew Huddersfield were down before they played.
Yeah, we knew they were down from the get-go. So there you go.
Because they were never going to. Let's be honest, they were not going to win against Ipswich.
No,
Ipswich
they were not going to win against Ipswich whatsoever.
I think Ipswich probably had. I don't even know who had the best home farm. I think Ipswich probably had one of the best home farms in the league.
I think so. Top goal scorer as well for Huddersfield. Michael Halick with 9 goals for a centre back.
Yeah, he's a defender that shouldn't be in the team that's struggling. For me, I think he'll move on. He'll move on and he'll go to another championship club.
He will go to a championship club for sure.
Because I don't think for me, I think he's too good a defender for League One at the minute.
Other players in that team, Jack Rudoni, Reece Healy, other players that will probably be mentioned as well.
Wasn't the best of teams, was it?
What other players?
Oh, Josh Koroma, by the way.
Josh Koroma, there you go. Josh Koroma. Delano Bergzorg on loan from Mainz, but he's probably going to end up going back there. Radunovic didn't play a lot. Danny Ward, forgot about Danny Ward. Jesus Christ,
he did not.
Yeah, that's the ages. David Kusumu, Jonathan Hogg. One of the most recognisable names in the EFL history. Just saying that now.
Here's Hogg Dini.
Yeah, there you go. Didn't even need to.
2013 playoffs that was. And Palace beat them in the final.
Yep, brilliant.
Thanks to a penalty in extra time.
Yeah, which is very good indeed.
And by the way, I have a good memory because I watched the final.
Madness.
How do I remember that? And it was 11 years ago.
Who scored the goal?
I think it was Jason Punction.
Don't think it was.
I don't know if it was. Crystal.
He was probably the most iconic striker in the Premier League.
I think it may have been. I don't know if it. I could have sworn it was him. I could have sworn it was him. Oh no, it was Kevin Phillips. Oh,
there you go, Kevin Phillips.
I completely forgot that he was with them.
Yeah, I said iconic striker in the Premier League.
I only knew because Jason Puncheon. I'm pretty sure didn't Puncheon play for them.
I think Puncheon was playing for them at that time. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's how I know. Because he's your when you think.
No, wait, was Jason?
Oh no, sorry, no. Jason Puncheon, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that scored against United in the FA Cup.
Yeah, yes, but he was at Southampton. It was earlier, so there we go.
I've got them mixed up.
But yeah, for Huddersfield, next season, no, they will have Michael Duff in charge, so they will have Michael Duff in charge, so they will have the former Barnsley manager in charge of them for this season, which will be interesting.
Well, let's hope the fans don't take the Michael.
And then for Rotherham as well, they will have Steve. I think it's
Evans.
Steve Evans. There we go. They will have Steve Evans in charge of them next season. They've already bought in Clark Harris. They've already bought in. I think
just don't give him any pies.
Yeah, just don't give him any pies.
I think he's had enough pies, to be honest.
Yeah. Transfers for Rotherham though. It's interesting that they've bought in. They've already bought in quite a lot of players for next season, which is very, very interesting. Obviously, Clark Harris being one. I did not.
Is that actually Defo?
Yeah, it was announced on their Twitter. They announced it on their Twitter.
Oh, they actually got it.
They actually signed Clark Harris. Yeah,
that is some signing.
Yeah. They signed one from Portsmouth as well. Who was he called? Who did they sign again? I can't remember who he's called. Oh, for God, it's going to annoy me. Was
it one of their top scorers or something?
Here we go. Display.
Was it one of their top scorers?
Sean Raggett, Reece James from Sheffield Wednesday, and Joe Rafferty. So that's four massive players for Rotherham there. 4 massive players.
That's a strong team, isn't it?
That's very, very strong. Do you think Oxford will struggle next season? I think a lot of people. I think
they will. They will.
It's going to be an interesting challenge for Oxford.
They're going to be favourites to go down, but they haven't said that. Look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth got into the championship for the very first time.
Yeah, Derby away. That's going to be interesting.
And then they got themselves up. So
yeah,
Luton did the same. Coventry did the same, almost. But it's hard. I think Oxford though. Well, Oxford are going to struggle. They're going to struggle, but if they can get a few results in there and get some players in, then I think they'll do all right.
Yeah,
I certainly see them getting more points. I think they'll get more points than Rotherham, but I don't know if I see them staying up.
You spelled Derby wrong, by the way, Mark. You spelled Derby.
Derby.
Yeah, Derby. But other players that was mentioned for Rotherham this season, Victor Johansson, he's now just moved to Stoke. He's made the most saves in the last 2 championship seasons.
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it.
Any player.
He was a good goalkeeper. He was the only reason why Rotherham didn't concede about 100+ goals, really.
He's Tom Eaves, their top goal scorer, Tom Eaves, Hakeem Adofin, Sam Nombe.
Clark did play for Rotherham.
A former Scum player, Sam Nombe. Cafu, you'll probably recognise that name.
Yep, scored against us.
Yeah, Kahim Bramal, another one. But loads of there's actually some recognisable players in there.
They have a decent team for League. They have a good team for League One, I will say.
Yeah,
it's a good team for League One.
Predictions. Liam had Huddersfield 21st, and he had Rotherham 24. So that's another one spot on. But he was Rotherham, right? Huddersfield.
Who didn't have Rotherham to get relegated?
I had them last. So hey, I've got one spot on finally.
Congratulations!
Finally, get in. Huddersfield 20th, so that's not too bad to be fair. But yeah, Liam had a 21st. Then Jack, oh dear, he had Rotherham 22nd.
And Huddersfield 15th. Bye.
Yep. Bye. It's so
Thank
weird.
you. Thanks very much, mate. I'll sleep better now, Nat.
I'm having a beer. Nice. Big up. Big up. Big up. I might have a drink in a minute, to be fair. Well, of blackcurrant juice. That's what I'll have. There you go.
Cheers.
Some squash. Yeah. Then next one, we'll go through.
I'm on the piss. I'm on Pepsi.
Lovely. I big up the Pepsi. Big up the Pepsi. Championship. Let's get back to the championship table. Come on.
Oh.
I want to get back to this. Two more. Actually, we'll go through 3 teams here. Or should we go for all 4? You know what? We'll go for all 4 because they're all in the playoffs. Norwich 6th, West Brom 5th, Southampton 4th, and Leeds 3rd. But Southampton winning promotion to the Premier League.
Well, I think. Well, when we looked at the 4 teams playing in the playoffs, and we looked at the fixtures, the odds, and I think we all thought it would be Leeds Southampton final, and it was, and Southampton won it. Norwich was very surprising, considering I didn't think Norwich had been brilliant this season, and then they managed to get themselves
They had
up
a good
there.
second half. I'd say they
West
had
West Brom, they've had a good season. Leeds and Southampton were expected to either.
I think
Leeds and Southampton were expected to either be 3rd, 2nd, 1st, etc., or in the playoffs. They were both expected to be either promoted or in the playoffs. So I think we all knew that was going to be the case. But West Brom for me is a bit of a surprise. They've had a really good season.
Yeah, West Brom. They've had a pretty.
And Borough missed out on the playoffs because we lost to Leeds.
Yeah,
if we hadn't lost to Leeds, I reckon we'd have still been in it. But,
yeah, but first of all, Norwich. At the start of the season, they were pretty poor. They lost 5. They lost 6-2 to us.
Didn't you? 6-2.
They were in a pretty bad losing streak. But then they went on a very, very good winning streak, and they ended up fighting themselves into the playoffs. 16 goals and 2 assists.
4-0 to Leeds, and making things worse for them. Ipswich going up.
Yeah. Josh Sargent scoring 16 goals and getting 2 assists for them. Gabriel Sara, I'd say, is their player of the season. 13 goals and 12 assists in midfield. Jonathan Rowe, they're one of their own. 12 goals and 2 assists. The wing.
Didn't he score 2 in a row?
Yeah. And I think he scored 1 against Ipswich. I think he scored 2 against Ipswich at their place.
He scored both of them against Ippy.
Yeah. Kenny McLean, Marcelino Nunes, Ben Gibson, who's now just been released. Who's just been released by Norwich, I think. Giannoulis, I think he's also been released.
Yeah, you said it. You told me the other day he was released because I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that. Angus Gunn, and then Jack.
He'll be done.
And then Sam McCallum, who also just got released as well, and he's going to go to Stoke.
Yeah, 1 or 2 surprises there.
I can't believe he's going to Stoke. I don't understand why they would release him.
I wonder how long it's going to be before someone tries to buy Josh Sargent.
Oh yeah, it probably wouldn't take long.
Those two probably.
Ginge, as Liam calls him.
Yeah, Ginge. Yeah.
Yeah. And then other players that's probably going to be mentioned in his team: Liam Gibbs, Ashley Barnes with 6. I think he scored 6 goals.
Ashley Barnes. Sorry, it's Harvey Barnes.
Christian Fasnach, Borja Signs has been decent this season as well. Got to give him credit.
Oh, yeah.
Grant Handley, Danny Bath, Shane Duffy.
Danny Bath, I forgot he played for them.
Danny Bath, yeah, unbelievable.
He played for Stoke before.
But that honestly, so getting Sam McCallum, by the way, what a signing if they do get him. That's absolutely fantastic for them. Very, very good. Next one, West Brom. I didn't expect West Brom to get into the playoffs, really. It was a little bit of a surprise because throughout this season, they were one.
Yeah, it's all the Leeds fans saying, now we're going to win the league. Yeah, you've done absolute shit.
Yeah, where's he at now? But
on the plus side for them, they got 6 points off Plymouth. So.
But Carlos Corberan done a good job for West Brom. I'd say getting him.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
Yeah, getting him into the playoffs. I didn't expect them to do it. The likes of
he's a good manager. You see, They play some really good football, and I've got to say, good luck to them trying to keep hold of Dangana.
Diangana, Brandon Thomas Asante, another striker.
Yeah,
Who's playing quite decent for them
they've
this
got a
season.
good, they've had a really good season. West
The
Brom.
funny thing is, I've followed Thomas Asante.
I was expecting him to be around.
Even when he was at Salford,
I expected them to be around mid-table. I didn't expect them to climb.
Jed Wallace, Andres Weimann, who's linked with Argyle at the moment. John Swift.
That would be a good signing. Well,
John Swift.
He's old now.
He is old, yeah.
But he is a good player.
Okay, Yukushlu, he's been pretty decent for them. And then they ended up
he's
only played 7 times for them this season. Jan Vila, I think you'll recognise that name.
No, I can't remember the name actually.
Jan Vila, he's recognisable for playing for Saint Etienne and Rennes for most of his time. He went to Sunderland for a year.
Oh yes, now I do know you're on about.
And then played for Olympiacos for 3 years before he went to West Brom. Yeah. Darnell Furlong, Semi Ajayi, Adam Reach, Kyle Bartley, Matthew Phillips, Eric Peters, Cedric Kipley, and then obviously former Green Alex Palmer, who's played very, very well for. I'd say Alex Palmer.
He's been one of the best keepers in the league, probably.
I think Jack put him in his team of the season. Put him in. Welcome back, Leeds. Yeah, welcome back to Home Park again. Welcome back.
Scum.
Hello, Leeds. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, well done. But then the promoted side, Southampton. There was most fans that said, "I don't see him doing well this season." They lost Ward Prowse. They lost their midfielder Romeo Lavia. They lost quite a lot of their players. But
I've only got one thing to say to Leeds, by the way.
I like it. But throughout the season, Southampton played very, very well. They went on a very, very crazy unbeaten streak, by the way. Their unbeaten streak. Midway through the season was unbelievable. Look how many games I've just had to scroll up like 2 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They did
9,
well.
10, 12.
But you know what's funny? Southampton were the first team that we beat this season, and that was 8 games in.
22 games unbeaten. Like that is unbelievable. But got them the playoffs and faced against West Brom, beat them, and then ended up beating Leeds in the final. So well done to Russell Martin, done a good job. And he's got them back to the Premier League after 1 season. 1 season in the Championship. So fair enough. But players,
we knew they were gonna. We knew what I had them to win the league.
Players in their team. Smallbone is definitely one that's played pretty well for them this season. Flynn Downs, Carl Walker-Peters, Harewood Bayliss. That's 2 promotions in a row for him, by the way. He got promoted.
By the way, do we only get the I see. We don't. We can't actually see if there's any comments on the Twitter.
No, we can't.
Any of the Twitter comments that come up, we can't see on here. So you might want to have the Twitter stream on as well. And if there's any comments on there, you can actually look at them. Because I just realised we can't see any of the Twitter comments if anyone's put anything on there.
Yeah. But it's fine.
There might be some shit on there. There might be some interesting comments.
No problem at all. Adam Armstrong, he's definitely gets my player of the season for Southampton.
Yeah,
he's
magnificent.
He's been magnificent.
Good goal he scored. And I've got to also say about it, easily one of the best players for them this season, Will Smallbone.
Yeah, I agree.
And that assist outside the boot,
outside the foot.
It was a Tavella pass.
It was
that
brilliant.
led up to the goal.
So good. Adozie, never played as mentioned. Another player that got double figures of goals this season. Che Adams, 16 goals. That's another player that would be mentioned. Carlos Alvarez, he was at the start of the season. Stuart Armstrong. So there was 2 Armstrongs in the team. But their fullback, Kyle Walker-Peters, another player that's
he was my man the match today.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I said it on the stream. My man the match was him today. He was unbelievable defensively.
Yeah,
he was brilliant. He's such a class player. It was unreal.
He was fantastic.
How well he did, because he was superb. But he's had a good season. I think he's had a good season overall. Carl Walker-Peters. I think defensively, he's been solid as a rock. I think going forward as well, he's been a menace. You know, and early. What I mean, that 10 seconds where he was managing to hold the ball. He went down, still managed to keep hold of the ball about 5 times against 3 different Leeds players. How on earth he managed to do that, I'll never know. That was man the match.
It's
that was enough. That was enough for man the match, I think.
Easy, definitely.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, crazy. The next team, Leeds. I think a lot of people thought they were going to get promoted this season after the team that they've got, first of all, and secondly, the appointment of Daniel Farker, who knows how to win promotion, of course. But the team that they've got, them not getting promotion is very, very bad, to say the least. But another season,
because they're going to lose half of them players next season.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely. Somerville will go. Ruter will be looked at. Joel Peru will be looked at. Archie Gray will be looked at. He's a very, very good young talent. Ampadu, Junior Firpo, Ilya Gruev, Joe Roden, other players on the bench. That'll probably be looked at. Jaden Anthony. Daniel James, I think, will stay. So there you go.
Yeah, he should do, probably.
Jamie Shackleton on the bench. I forgot they had Jamie Shackleton. Connor Roberts, who was on loan from Burnley as well. So there you go. And then Liam Cooper, who didn't really get involved quite a lot. And Pascal Stroik, who got injured back in December with a groin injury, but hasn't played since then. But for that team, though, the team that they've got, you should really expect them to get promoted, shouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But like I say, it's a championship, so you can't really look at someone's team and go, "Oh, we're definitely getting promoted." Because you could have said that. I mean, I think when you look at Ipswich's side, you'd have never expected them to get promoted.
No, I would never have expected it. No.
Look at
he may stay one more season.
Yeah, he might. I don't know. I mean, you look at Leeds' team, and they've got so much talent. Jorginho Ruter, he's been really good for them. You've also got in there Ilan Mellier, one of the top keepers in the season. Crescencio Somerville, who's been easily the best player in the championship, and hence why he got the championship player of the season. Archie Gray, young player of the season. Gray,
18 years old. He's played.
Dan James of his pace as well.
Archie Gray, he's definitely going to play top elite. He's going to be playing in top elite leagues. In the next couple of years. He's played right back this season. He's played CDM, centre mid.
You can see by looking at the team just how much potential. And
how much potential there is. Yeah,
for them to not get promoted is going to be bad for them because they're going to lose a lot of players. They'll lose a lot of players. Premier League clubs will be coming in for those names that I already mentioned, realistically. And, also Bamford's been scoring goals as well.
Yeah.
So there's him as well. There's a lot of players in that team that, for me, will probably be linked to Premier League clubs or other championship clubs next season. So I think they're going to find it difficult to do it. But for Southampton, really good.
Even Leeds' goalkeeper, Ilan Mellier, he'll be linked with a lot of teams as well. He's only 24, so
of course.
Let's see what they do for sure. But predictions, we've got 4 teams to look at. So for Liam first, he had Norwich first. So Norwich, he had 8. So not too bad. They
finished 6th, didn't they? So there you go.
Yes, they finished 6th.
2 off there.
West Brom, he had
West Brom 10th. Oh dear.
He had Southampton 2nd, so 2 places off. And I like
Leeds was correct
when we're doing predictions.
And Leeds was spot on.
And then Leeds, he got spot on. So that's another one spot on for Liam there. So fair enough. So
smart ass.
Really smart ass. But for me though, it's a little bit interesting for me because I put Southampton 8th. There was many reasons why I put them 8th. It's because of the players that they lost. I didn't think they would do well this season. The start that they had, remember they just won it against Sheffield Wednesday. at the start of the season, and I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would do well this season after losing James
Who's hammering next door?
Bang, bang, bang. They lost.
Sorry, I'm getting someone's hammering next door. And it's doing me.
They lost
it's
Romeo
getting me
Lavia.
sick.
They lost James Ward-Prowse, and I didn't think their team would be strong enough. And then obviously they lost Nathan Teller as well, who was actually looking good for them at the start.
Tell her about it.
But fair enough to Southampton. They've proved me wrong, and they've sat me down, and they've managed to get promotion this season. So congratulations to them,
Mate. You were already sat down.
Yeah, I am already sat down. To be fair, I had West Brom 9th, so it's not too bad of a prediction there. West Brom, like I said, I didn't expect them to get playoffs. Really didn't expect them to get playoffs. I thought they would be like 3 or 2 places out, but they proved me wrong again. Norwich, I had 7th, so nearly spot on. I had a feeling they would be in a promotion race. I had a feeling they would. But they did get into the playoffs. 6th, but I had them 7th, so not too bad. And then Leeds, I thought they would get automatics, but I was 1 spot off. So
I think a lot of people thought they were going to get automatics, and they didn't.
Yeah. But then Jack, so he had West Brom. Where did he have West Brom? He had him 10th. So near where Liam had him.
16th.
Norwich 16th. Do you want to do the name, Liam, please?
Which one?
You know which one.
Let's be having you!
No, not that one.
Not that one.
Where is it?
But you are correct though.
If I'm not 16th.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That one. But he'll probably have to explain me why he did put 16th. But hey ho. Southampton, he got spot on. So fair enough. He got Southampton spot on. But then he had Leeds 8th. But
well, he's done really well, then, hasn't he? Not.
I can see why he had Leeds 8th. I didn't. He thought that Leeds wouldn't. He had a reverse role from what I took for Southampton. I didn't think Southampton would do well after losing a couple of players, but I think he felt the same thing as well. So there, I can understand why. So there you go. But fair enough. But not really that great there in the aspects of that. Will Archie Gray play for England or Scotland? I think he'll play for England, in my opinion. I think he will.
Archie Gray is English.
Yeah, he is English. So there you go. I think he will end up playing for England. We're going to rush through. Oh, for God's sakes, and now I'm getting messages again. Thank you, Mum.
You have mail.
You have mail. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, Mum. Well done, Mum. We're going to go through 3 teams and 3 teams. 3 teams every time. So the next 3 teams. I'm just going through teams now. We'll go from 18th to 16th here. So we've got QPR, Stoke, and Sunderland. Obviously, one of the teams that you hate, Darryl.
QPR, Stoke, and Sunderland.
Yeah. So, but first of all, QPR, if we're going to be truly honest here, QPR were one of the favourites to go down around halfway through the season. They were looking very, very poor. They did not have a good time. They did not have a good time under Gareth Ainsworth, if anyone remembers him being manager. That's very, very interesting to say the least. Gareth Ainsworth, when for that. But terrible time under him. And they did end up bringing in Martin Cifuentes as manager. But
turns out I don't follow you, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's done a pretty good job. He's done a very good job for QPR, and he kept them up, winning the last 3 games of the season: Preston, Leeds, and Coventry. So done very well to keep them up. And first of all, as well, finishing 18th. So pretty decent from them. Pretty decent to say the least. But overall, did you both expect QPR to be that far down, or did you expect them to be higher?
Well, we knew it'd struggle. But I'd say yes. I thought they were gonna. I knew they'd have a bad season. Perhaps maybe they finished higher than maybe a few people expected. But yeah, they had a bit of a shocking season, didn't they? Really. As for Stoke, well, Stoke had issues as well. They survived relegation with a few games to go, so I think it's been pretty poor seasons for most of the teams, really.
Yeah.
Who was the other team you mentioned?
It was Sunderland. You probably won't want to mention them. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sad about it.
Yeah, there you go. That's an honest answer from Daryl. But when you look at QPR's team, they had the likes of Steve Cook. Steve Cook, yes, you heard that correct. Isaac Hayden, they had on loan. Chris Willock, and I'd say their player of the season, Elias Chair.
Yeah, seat.
Yep. But I thought he's played very, very well for them this season. Kenneth Powell, and another one. Elijah, I think that's his name. Elijah Dixon Bonner. There you go. Got that one right.
Huh?
I think, yeah, that is right.
Okay.
Dixon Bonner.
Yep. Have a look at his name.
QPR.
Yeah. Lucas Anderson and Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes. Yeah, I forgot about Lyndon Dykes, to be fair. And then Sam Field. I forgot about Sam Field as well. Any other players that's probably in here? Joe Hodge. Jack Holt.
Dixon Bonner. Right. Yeah, now I know him. Dixon.
Yeah,
Bonner.
now you know him. Sinclair
Yeah,
Armstrong. All of the Cooper. To be honest, most of the QPR fans are.
Elijah Dixon Bonner.
All of the QPR fans saying that there's a potential player there of Sinclair Armstrong. So yeah, we'll get to on the next couple of years. But overall for them this season, no, they did end up staying up. They were favourites to go down halfway through the season, but Cifuentes managed to keep them up very, very, very brilliantly. To be fair, so fair play to him. But next one, I'll let you go through this one, Liam. Stoke.
Yeah.
You were called today by no one cares.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an up and down season for Stoke, really, wasn't it? I mean, they beat us, we beat them at our ground. But
Yeah.
I mean,
That's when we had a proper manager in charge.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a poor season, but I think, to be honest, I think they'll have a better one next season.
They will. The players that they're bringing in already, it sounds crazy. Ainsworth style suits League One, agreed. But when you look at the players that they had, obviously Luke McNally, obviously on loan from Cov. Is he on loan from Cov or is he on loan from Burnley? Let me have a look. He's on loan from Burnley, my bad.
Galatasaray win their 24th Turkish title.
Fair enough. They played very well this season. Josh Laurent,
102
Jordan
points.
Thompson, Ben Wilmot, Luke Cundle. Yeah, let's not mention that name, Liam. Milion Manoef, Jack's most hated player. Kiana Hover, Ender Stevens. I can't remember. Ender Stevens, bloody hell. Tyrese Campbell, one player that probably a lot of teams will probably be looking at as a free agent signing, as he's now available to sign on a free transfer. Other players that's in there. Leslie, he's gone. Jun Hobai, so another player that's I don't know when they got him. And one player then we thought would do well, Andre Vidigal. Where did he go?
He went missing after season.
Yeah, he went missing after the first couple of games of the season. So there you go.
That's brilliant. I've just seen a Leeds fan on Twitter saying, "Where do we go from here?" And an Ipswich fan replied, "Oxford away."
Yeah, what a great reply. Berger. I think a lot of teams will be looking at him this season. After the season he's had for Stoke, Daniel Johnson. I think he'll probably end up leaving, if I'm sure. Kieran Clark. I forgot Kieran Clark was even there. So fair enough. And their goalkeeper, Daniel Everson. I think he was on loan from Leicester. Yeah, he was. So, but for overall this season, though, Stoke were doing all right at the start. They did sack Alex Neil, but then they took our manager, Stephen Schumacher. But thoughts on that? Yeah.
Leeds have gone 6 championship playoffs without
Unlucky.
winning promotion.
Unlucky.
That's a shame.
But
sorry, you were saying I was too busy looking at you.
Yeah, Stephen Schumacher, obviously leaving Argyle and going to Stoke, finishing 17th in the end. But do you think they will end up doing much better next season?
Yes, depending on what the squad is. It depends on what at the end of the day. I mean, I think we all know Stephen Schumacher is a very good manager. I did though when the likes of Stoke came in, I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to end up going for money, or mainly because Stoke are probably a bigger club. I don't know. I don't know what the whole idea was around it. Could have been. I mean, it could have been another.
I think it's definitely money, in my opinion. I think it's money.
Could have been another reason. Could have been a financial aspect. We don't know, but no, I think he's a good manager. I think next season really, it obviously he'll have to make a few changes to the team. I mean, there was nothing really he could do, because he had to go with the squad that he had. Really, he could only bring in. I mean, he only brought in a few players. He brought Luke Cundle in. That was probably about it.
And he brought in Niall Ennis as well.
But I don't know. I think it depends on who they get in.
And he's still looking for his first championship goal as well, funnily enough.
Stoke won't get playoffs. Stoke aren't good enough for the playoffs, let's be honest.
I don't see them getting playoffs. No way. If they do, then bloody hell.
I don't think Schumacher won't get sacked, let's be honest.
No. But they are signing good players, but if they are, well, I don't see them getting playoffs, that's for sure. So there we go. But next team, Sunderland. After reaching playoffs last season, who would have thought that they would have finished? Ended up finishing 16th. If Liam's there, are you there, Liam, or you're not? Because you're at home.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, Sunderland finishing 16th. If you want to do it now, because it's better. It's better.
If I'm not 16th.
But season for Sunderland, they finished playoffs last season, and if it got to they lost to Luton in the semi-finals. But this season is a massive decline, massive decline indeed. They ended up they had Tony Mowbray's manager. They ended up bringing Beale, if I'm sure.
Sorry, is this one about Sunderland?
Yeah. Brought in Michael Beale, and he ended up getting sacked. Not even so there you go. Yeah. That's from Arthur Bushby. Fair enough.
I can't believe I've just seen this.
What?
How many times have Leeds bottled the playoffs?
Yeah.
Your club gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. But overall for Sunderland, you could tell that they've definitely missed Diallo a lot. Diallo was their main goal scorer last season. Obviously, they had to rely on another winger to get all the goals for them this season. Jack Clark. He's definitely my player of the season for sure. He has to be your player of the season as well, Liam and Darryl.
Well, Clarky.
Jack Clark.
Yeah, he was Sunderland's best player. I will also say Job was very good.
Job as well. Yeah, Job.
It's hard because Sunderland have had an up and down season. They've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. They finished the season badly. Yeah, Jack Clark probably up there as team as player of the season. Joe Bellingham as well up there. I think I don't know whether to say him or not. Luke on 9.
Luke 09, yeah.
For me, I think has had a decent season. Maybe controversial, but
yeah, I have
but I
noticed.
think let's be honest. I think we can all agree with Jack Clark if we were
It'll
picking
be either Jack Clark or Job.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they've had a bit of a they've had an up and down season. Sunderland.
Yeah, I've had a really up and down season.
We finished higher than them.
Which is interesting.
And always living in our shadows, eh?
And you smashed them early this season, so there you go.
4-0, ladies and gents.
Yeah. Yeah, Aqua, another good midfielder that they have.
And that was the first time we'd won it. First time we'd won at Sunderland since 2016.
Madness.
And Daniel
Ballard, Luke 09.
And Ballard as well as another player I think's been really good.
I forgot they had Nathan Bishop as well. He was at United. Was he at United Academy? He was.
Yeah, he's a United youngster.
There you go. And then Anthony Patterson, 13 clean sheets for them this season. Bradley Dack, who's now a free agent. Patrick Roberts.
Bradley Dack hasn't been good since he left Blackburn.
Cackburn, yeah. Abdullah Barr, Mason Burstow. I'm just going through most of the players. Luis Semedo, 20-year-old, who they ended up getting from Benfica, Benfica's second team. Only got 20 appearances. He didn't score in his 23 appearances, but still there is talent there that he could.
No, Clark didn't. Jack Clark didn't go to Birmingham.
No, he didn't. He didn't go to Birmingham. I remember Jack Clark. He was at Leeds. He was at Leeds before. I know he was at Leeds. And I think Tottenham ended up signing him, if I'm sure, but he ended up going to Sunderland. Jack Clark definitely deserves to play the season for them. Predictions, though. So, first one was QPR. Liam Adam, 23rd. I think a lot of people had QPR favourite to relegation for the team that they had. And obviously, Gareth Ainsworth was in charge at the time, so that's understandable. But yeah, fair enough. I had QPR 21st, so I had them out of the bottom three. So fair enough there on my part. And then Jack had them dead last. Right. There we go. Next one's Stoke.
Move on.
Dirk. Liam Adam 12th. Mid-table. 5 places off. Fair enough. I had
Who went to Birmingham from Sunderland? No, so Joe Bellingham went from Birmingham to Sunderland. Someone joined Birmingham from Sunderland.
I don't know. I'll have a check though, anyways.
You had him 15.
Did he perhaps go there with Mowbray? Did he go maybe when Mogger was there?
It was Joe. It was Joe.
No, Joe went
from June 50. He joined him on June. He joined him in June.
Jack had him 20th.
No, so Joe went from Birmingham to Sunderland.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, he said yes.
No, but he's saying who went to Birmingham from Sunderland.
He's probably got the date wrong.
Joe Bellingham went to Sunderland from Birmingham. No one. I don't think anyone went from.
He joined them in June.
Nobody went to Birmingham from Sunderland, as far as I know. Oh, Pritchard.
Oh, Pritchard. Oh, bloody hell. That was ages ago he signed for Sunderland, didn't he? No, he's at Birmingham now, isn't he? Pritchard.
Yeah, that's what I said. I would never be.
Bloody hell.
I mean,
I would never.
I would never been able to assist
him. I'm losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind here. Yeah, Liam had Stoke 12th. I had Stoke 15th. Jack had Stoke 20th.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Alex Pritchard. I know who that is now. Yes, him.
He used to be at Huddersfield as well.
Sunderland. This one's gonna make us laugh. Liam had Sunderland 5th. I had Sunderland 4th. Yeah, this is even better. Jack had them automatic promotion.
Why did you just have Borough 3rd?
Because of the season you had last season.
Yeah, but we weren't going to be able to repeat it again when we were 7 games without a win.
Yeah. There we go. It's
The
gone
only
now.
way you
It's
can
gone
see
now.
me.
Yeah, but
7 games without a win to start the season.
we'll be going to Borough actually right about now because we're gonna go through Borough, Hull, and Preston. So we're gonna go through them now actually. Speaking of it, but we will start with Borough first because as they finished 8th this season.
God.
But you could basically go through it as a whole as well. But for me, from my point of view, Middlesbrough, they had a poor start of the season. They went many games without getting a good result. They're getting a good result at all. But they eventually, through October and September, win against Southampton, win against Watford, win against Cardiff, win against Sunderland, win against Birmingham, then win against Norwich.
No.
So, yeah, for our promotion charge. And then ended up being Exeter for us. Thank you. Ended up being Leicester as well. So,
yeah, it's been a classic for the season. Another roller coaster ride. We've had. It's been a roller coaster season because, of course, every season is. There's been plenty of highs, plenty of lows. The first half of the season, it took us 8 games to get a win. That was against Southampton. So we were in the bottom 3, sorry, at that point. And then we got the win against Southampton, and we sort of had lift off there. We started to get a few decent results, and then we had bad results. It was one of those really inconsistent seasons. Second half of the season, I thought we did so much better. Despite the games against the likes of Hughes and Stoke, etc., we had terrible performances against Hughes. But we kicked on from there. I think that those results gave us the kick in the backside, and then from there we finished the season with, if you take away the fact that we lost against Leeds, we finished the season. I just include Leeds. We lost obviously 4-3 to Leeds in what was a class game, but we should never have lost it really. Only had 2 offside goals. That's what happened. For me, it's. I think if I'm being honest, finishing the season with 1 defeat from 12 is pretty good going. However, it's some of the results earlier on in the season and also the 7 games at the start that we didn't win. Those 7 games alone and the defeats to Hughes and Stoke, etc., on the back-to-back, that's what's killed it for us. It was just 7. I've said to a few people, if there's anything to blame, it's the first half of the season. The first half of the season weren't good enough. But it's the same as last season. And last season we had, for me, we had a terrible first half of the season. We were really struggling last season. We were awful the first half of last season. Well, the second half of the season, we picked it up and then we got ourselves into the playoffs. This season was similar. We just unfortunately, I think that, our last 6 games were bloody difficult ones. We had Ipswich, Hull, and Leeds in 3 back-to-back games. So we had a really tough run in. But at least we ended the season on a high. Got a win against Cardiff, a smashing win at Cardiff, and a good win at home to Watford, which was a pretty entertaining game. So we ended the season on a high. But it's the first 7 games that screwed us for.
Marcus. At least they lost the game.
That's what fucked up the season was really the first 7 games. And we did beat Exeter, but we beat Exeter in a game we didn't deserve to win because Exeter should have beat us. I'm saying it now. It was only because of the penalty that they got knocked out because they played really well. They scored some banging goals, I must say. But on the plus side, got to the Carabao Cup semi-final, beat Chelsea at home, but then didn't turn up in the second leg.
Just capitulated in the second game.
We had a lot of highs, a few lows. Obviously, the 6 points off Leicester, no one saw that coming. And then 1 point off Rotherham.
Yeah. Did not expect that at all. Yeah, it shows why football can be.
We only got, by the way, we got 1 win out. We got 1 win out of a possible 6 against the promoted sides.
Yeah.
That was the 2-0 win against Sheffield Wednesday. We got 1 point off Ipswich, 1 point off Hughes, and then we got 4 points off Sheffield Wednesday. So out of 18 points against the promoted sides, we only got 6.
Yeah, but it could have been much worse, couldn't it? It could have been much worse.
I mean, it could have been. It could have been a lot better if we hadn't conceded that fluke goal against Morgan Whittaker.
Oh yeah, but hey, we take that though.
I'm sorry. No way. I'm sorry. There's no way that free kick should go in the net. That's just on Sonny Dieng. That's on Sonny Dieng. Ipswich, to be honest, I was quite happy with a point against Ipswich because I was expecting Ipswich to get all 6 points off us. Sheffield Wednesday, I wanted all 6, but I'll take 4. Against Hughes, should have done a lot. We should have done a lot.
Brilliant free kick from Stevie Vaughan.
Brilliant free kick. Mate, I know it was. I mean, it's a good free kick routine. It's a good cross into the box. But no way it should go in. Should never have gone in though. Sonny Dieng gets it. If Sonny Dieng actually knows what to do position wise, then I don't think that would have gone in. But can't much about it.
Looking at all of the players for you though this season, overall though, Darryl, Emmanuel Latte-Laugh, 16 goals and
magnificent,
1 assist.
Absolutely magnificent second half season. Man.
Yeah, and then the player you ended up signing, obviously we had in the first half of the season, he was phenomenal, and then the second half of the season went to you lot from Aston Villa on a permanent deal. He's got 5 assists and 4 goals. He got 7 goals and 5 assists for us this season. Bin Azaz.
Yeah, well. The thing is, it's because we played. See, I don't think at first Azaz was pretty. I don't think Azaz exactly was comfortable with our style of play because our style of play sort of play it out to the wings and try and what I'll actually call walk it in because we try and cross it into the box and everything. We just don't tend to shoot outside the box. With Hughes, Finn Azaz had all the freedom he wanted. If he wanted to shoot outside the box, he was able to shoot outside the box. With Borough, he had to just play. He had to sort of play as a team player. He wasn't able to be greedy and try and shoot from distance. You know, I mean, he scored some important goals. I mean, that lob he scored against Hull. Oh, lovely. You know, I mean, he did score some decent goals, but like I say, I think, I just don't think he settled in properly at the club at first, and then obviously trying to get used to going from Route 1 football to being possession based.
Yeah, it's a different.
I just don't think he didn't suit the style of play at first, and then
it does take.
And then he got used to it. I mean, 9 goal involvements for a player that only just come. It wasn't bad.
He scored 11 goals and got 10 assists this season. So overall in the championship,
it wasn't bad. It's not bad considering he's played at 2 different clubs with 2 completely different styles of play.
Yeah, which is pretty decent. Yeah. But
obviously nowhere near. He was nowhere near as good. He's been nowhere near as good for us as he was for you.
So. But then other player, you got on loan from Leeds. He got 8 assists for you at this time. Luke Ayling.
Yeah. Well, the first couple of games, I thought he was absolutely shocking because he was giving the ball away so many times. The goals we conceded against Bristol and against Hughes were a lot of the time down to him. He just made far too many mistakes defensively, and then obviously once things actually started to click together, he was putting cross after cross after cross, and he turned out to be pretty good in the end. So he had a bad start, but he picked it up. So happy days. Hopefully he signs on next season, and we've got an experienced right back because at the minute we've got no right backs. Dychefield keeps coming in and out because he keeps getting injured. Tommy Smith won't be back till next season because he's got an injury. Devon Lenihan was our cap. I think he was our captain or whatever, our main centre back. I beg your pardon. He picked up an injury which put him out for the full season. So we've had bad luck. We basically had what United have had.
Injuries
everywhere. We had at one point in the championship about 15 injuries.
Yeah. Other players around the pitch as well. Samuel Silvera, Sam Greenwood, Josh Coburn, but I'd say
Greenwood. Apart from the free kick, Greenwood's done out.
Yeah, but I'd say my player of the season for you, lot. That's my opinion. Is Isaiah Jones because I thought he's been. I thought he's played well.
Isaiah's been superb. I think, though, as much as I like Isaiah, and I think Isaiah has been brilliant this season, I think Latte laughed, though, personally.
It's either between Latte Laugh
100%
or
Latte Laugh.
It's either one of them, but they've both been decent.
The pace he has, defenders can't keep up with him. He's so quick. he's literally, and he got his first ever Ivory Coast call up.
Oh, brilliant! That's good. That is decent to hear that because for Ivory Coast they've got Sebastian Haller, they've got loads of other different strikers.
Is he likely to start ahead of Sebastian? No, I don't know.
No, but a couple of years down the road.
I hope he does get it. I hope he does get it.
25, so maybe a couple of years out of the line, you never know.
I will say though, as even though Senny Dieng is a decent keeper sometimes, kidding, Shindy's beaten Luke Shithouse. As much as he's a decent keeper, I still want a different keeper because I think his distribution's decent, but some of the goals he lets in, and it's just a liability sometimes. Wouldn't mind a new keeper season, but I think overall it's been typical Bother season. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, like a yo-yo season, really. It's just classic season.
But overall, though, for Middlesbrough, an 8th position. If we would have said that to you at the
last season I had us to finish 8th when we finished 10th, and this season, I had us to finish 8th again.
Yeah. Seems about right.
I remember saying to Hubie, I think we'll probably finish like 8th or 9th again this season.
There you go.
So it wasn't a bad guess. But I knew we wouldn't make the playoffs.
But other good teams that did finish above you. But one team that did finish above you, though, in 7th place, just missed out, and we beat them in the final game of the season, was Hull City. Under
they have come out of absolutely nowhere.
I don't know how the hell they managed to get.
Played the season for Jaden.
Yep, Philogene Badace. That Rabona goal, can we just say right now, probably one of the goals.
Yes.
That Rabona goal was one of the goals of the season, easy. But the whole good season overall.
Marcus, I think Marcus put. I remember seeing that goal actually. I saw the vlog from Marcus. He put was it Philogene goal of the century?
Goal of the century.
I mean, they are very special goals. You do not see Rabona goals very often.
No, you don't.
I mean, the last time I saw a proper Rabona goal, Eric Lamela.
Oh yeah, Eric Lamela. Yeah, he loves scoring Rabona goals, doesn't he? Yeah.
That Spurs one.
Yeah.
No, it was a really special goal, Lord. He
scored 2 lovely goals. Players though they did have lots of loan players. Let's be honest, they had a lot of loan players. Fabio Carvalho being one, Leon Delap being another one, Tyler Morton being one as well. They did have quite a lot of loan players, 100%, but they will lose some of them. Of course. Ryan Giles on loan from Luton, but you did end up having him as well. So Ryan Giles.
Well, he went from Borough to
Luton and then went on loan to Hull.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Cyrus Christie. Any other players? James Furlong, I don't think he played whatsoever. Regan Slater, I'd say another decent player there.
Equaliser.
Yeah, and then one player that's been around for years, Jean-Michel Seri.
Yeah, do you know I thought he was pretty decent in the Africa Cup of Nations final. He was good in AFCON for Ivory Coast. I think he's been decent for Hull City. Regan Slater obviously got the equaliser when we were there. And that was all because I believe of Macaulay Gillespie just completely cocking it up, thinking the ball was going. Thinking the ball was going out of play, and Philogene just said, "Not."
And the ball magically just decided to go backwards. Like, come on, like it's just ridiculous. And then other player
Even
that
still,
whole fans really like.
he should have just shielded the ball. He stood
Yeah.
there. He didn't do anything. It was
Yeah, and another player that whole fans really like is Ozan Tufan. I've been mentioned.
Yeah, really good player.
Really
good player.
Surudi, that's another player who's on loan there. So that's loan number 5, I think. And
They've
then
had a lot
Aaron
of loan
Connolly.
players.
And now they've let go Aaron Connolly. So they've let go a lot of players now.
I must say, Aaron Connolly was about as useful as a wet fart, brother. Never waited him, brother. I thought he was useless. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad for all, but
I would have taken him at Argyle. Aaron Connolly on a free. He's a free agent now.
I think you would take anyone that's got championship experience.
Yeah, like I'll take Vyman. I'll take Danny Bath if I wanted to. I don't care. I'll take anyone. I'll take anyone. I think Liam would be like, no.
I mean, to be honest, well, no, you do need to play.
You do need championship experience, though.
You need to get
like
players
Alan
next season.
Like Alan Porshall, for example. That's one player.
Yeah, but he picked up an injury, didn't he?
No, but he did. I think he did end up playing an important role for most of the season. But
yeah, but then he got injured.
I think he'll be a main part of the team next season. Definitely. I think he'll still be a main part.
Then got injured, which was a shame.
He did get injured for a little bit, but then then he did end up making his comeback, so fair enough. But for whole decent season, 1 place off playoffs. But for Preston, though, the last 5 of the games of the season they've had a very, very mixed season, Preston, because a lot of fans want
they were battering the league.
They were battering the league at one point.
Battering it. They were battering it at one point.
Yeah.
I called them 2-1 FC because they kept winning all the home games 2-1.
Yeah.
And then they went from good to terrible.
Ended up finishing the season with more losses than wins, negative 11 goal difference, and finishing 10th. A lot of their fans wanted Brian Lowe to go. To be honest, it'd be funny if he does go, but I don't see him going. But losing the final 5 games of the season against Norwich, Southampton, QPR, Leicester, and West Brom, 3-0, 3-0, 1-0, 3-0, and 1-0. So there you go. Do we want any more?
They must have been.
Yeah, they must have been really enjoying themselves, weren't they? Yeah, fair enough to them. But overall, this season, they were doing well at the start, but then they really lost it at the second half of the season. So,
my granddad put on Facebook, a friend asked me if there was a B&Q in Leeds. I said, no, it's 2 E's.
Oh, God. Oh, for God's
sake. My granddad's just as bad as me and dad, mate. This is me dad's dad.
Oh, Jesus.
Say no more.
Yeah, there we go. Say no more about that. But if you look at Preston's players that they had, Will Keane, Emil Reis Jacobson, Foroger Jensen got 8 assists and 3 goals for them in midfield. Liam Miller, one player that I think scored against us. Alan Brown, defenders wise. Liam Lindsay. What's the story in Ballymore? He's called Jordan Story. Like, goodness me. Jordan Story. Unbelievable. Joanne Holmes, one player that I've definitely recognise as well. Other players, because it's not really popping up with all of the players here. Osmajic, there's another player that's been pretty has scored a couple goals for them this season. Ben Woodburn, goodness me, I remember that name. I remember Ben Woodburn. Oh, Premier League Dodgers, yes, brilliant. That's fantastic. Robbie Brady, I remember Robbie Brady, definitely. But overall, for Preston this season, did you think that they would get around 10th? And first of all, and secondly, it's not really been. They didn't set the world alight for this season, didn't they?
No, I think it was one of those seasons. There was a lot of same as most clubs, a lot of ups and downs and a bit inconsistent at times. But I think they should be happy with a top 10 finish at least.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, I do agree with you there. But Ryan Lowe, He's got him in the top 10. He's done all right with them, so fair enough to him.
Reason to feel more.
Yeah. Feeling a very good low after that. But for Middlesbrough predictions, though, for Liam, he had him 4th. I can understand why. But
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I could understand playoffs, but I can't understand you. I can understand third and well, I could understand 4th, but I can't understand.
I had third, so there we go.
No.
And then Jack, you had you third as well.
Well, he was going to have us top of the league at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Originally, he was going to have us top of the league. I said, put it this way: there's more. I said, put it this way: there's more chance of Borough being relegated than winning the league.
Yeah, fair enough.
We don't win titles.
And then the next one was Hull. Liam had him 20.
Oh dear!
That's a massive, massive one there.
Liam's had a bit of a stinker.
I had him 16th. I didn't expect them to. I didn't expect them to do.
If I'm not 16th.
I didn't expect them to do well with the players that they had, but fair play to Liam Rosenior. Jack done better with all of us though. He had him 11th, so fair enough. He had him in the top half, so fair enough. Understandable. Not amazing, but can completely understand. Preston though, Liam had Preston 14th. Yeah, 4 places off. I had Preston 12th, so I'm actually kind of happy with that because I actually didn't properly have a proper understanding where Preston would finish. I did think they would finish close to mid-table. 10th is close, so there we go. Jack had Preston 21st. Oh God.
He just wanted Ryan Lowe to go down.
He just wanted Ryan Lowe to nearly get relegated, yeah. I think that's probably
that's
why.
all. It's the only reason.
I think that's probably why he had him there. So the last teams we've got to go through the top 2. And then we've got
Leicester and Ipswich.
We've got Millwall, Swansea, Watford, and us to go through. I think that's left. I think that's the only ones that's left. So we'll go through them last 4, and then we'll go through the top 2. So we'll go through them very quickly because we've got around 24 minutes to go. So we'll go through them pretty quickly.
24 minutes to go, isn't it?
Because I'll be doing FM in don't know how long, so it'll be around 30, 45 minutes. But Millwall first. Millwall. Oof. I don't know what to make of Millwall because they were looking very, very poor.
They've had an absolute stinker this season.
Yeah, they finished 13th.
They've had a bad season, really.
They did finish 13th, but throughout this whole season, they were very, very stinky. But bringing in Neil Harris, it worked wonders in the end. They ended up getting 5 wins in the last 5. And when he did first come in, he beat Southampton, beat Watford, then drew to Blackburn and beat Birmingham. So it's not a bad.
Millwall beat you as well.
They beat us second to last game of the season.
That was to guarantee safety.
Yeah, and we bottled that one.
That's how bad they were. They had a terrible season.
Yeah, but for Millwall, they getting mid-table for the season that they've had. I think they would take that for sure. I think they would take that definitely because I don't think they had a very good season indeed. Tanganga, they've confirmed the signing of him now. They've signed him on a permanent deal. Tom Bradshaw, Zian Fleming, Casper Denor, Roman Esser. Who else have they got? Billy Mitchell, EastEnders. Ryan Longman.
Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, EastEnders. Jake Cooper. And have we got any other players that's lurking about here? Brooke Norton Cuffy. That's one player that I remember for Coventry last season. If I'm sure. I think you played for Coventry last season, which was very, very interesting.
I think he did.
Yeah, and he got to the playoff final with them. That didn't win it. Obafemi on loan from, I think that's Southampton. No, Burnley. When did he move to Burnley? Interesting. Interesting. And then Kevin Nisbet didn't really score a lot of goals for them this season. George Honeyman. I don't think he did. And then George Saville, 2 goals and 4 assists for him in midfield in 40 games. So fair enough. But overall for Millwall, I don't think they set the world alight this season. I don't think they did that well. They were looking very, very poor for most of the season. And then the end of the season, they really done well. And they managed to make it even better by finishing 13th. So fair enough. Swansea next. Where do we start? Because they had 2 managers. They had Michael Duff.
Yeah, another team that's been in a mess.
They had Michael Duff. They sacked him and brought in Luke Williams, former Notts County manager, but kept him up. But got him in a reasonable 14th. Not a bad season overall. Bringing in Ronald Pereira. I think he brought him in January. 2 and 3 goals. 2 of them goals, I think I do remember him scoring. They were decent goals. Josh Key, don't want to hear that name because it's a former scum. Charlie Patino on loan from Arsenal. Oliver Cooper. Jamie Patterson. Liam Cullen. And Matt Grimes. So decent team, and most of them players played pretty well this season for Swansea. But overall, you take some of them stats away. But if we're going to be honest here, did most of us thought that they would be a little bit lower, but some of us thought they would finish a little higher. Don't know how to make it, really. Don't know how to make that.
It's a strange one, isn't it? Because I thought
Very strange, yeah.
I'd have expected Swansea to have a better season.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
There's not much I can say. When you're having to change managers, it's not. Changing managers won't exactly help.
Harvey Yates, that's another one.
No
there you go.
Yeah, it's been a funny season for them, I must say.
Yeah, definitely. It's been very, very weird to say the least. But fair enough, though. They got 14th, and they finished above a Watford side, really, who a lot of people did not expect to be this bad this season. 15th for Watford, which is very, very surprising.
You got to think they've had different managers as well.
Ding dong, there goes the bell. But for them this season, it was just so unexpected that they managed to finish in a position they did. 15th, it's very, very low. I think that's the lowest they finished in quite a long time. It's unexpected, but it was just very, 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 very surprising that they did manage to finish that low. Obviously, they did have Bilal Ismail as manager, but now they've got Tom Cleverley in charge. I'm surprised he's in charge now, but overall, though,
I will say, in fairness to Cleverley, I thought him and his Watford side actually played really well against us last game of the season. I know it was a game there. I know it's a game where there was literally nothing to play for, but they played really well. They made a good game of it, actually. I'm hoping he stays on. Hopefully he stays on.
It'd be interesting to see him stay on, to be fair.
Hopefully he stays on. But you know what Watford's board are like. They sack managers after 4 months.
Yeah, they always do that. They always seem to do that quite a lot. But I would love to see him be given a test. Yeah. Yasser Esprilla, one player that's got bags of potential. I think he's got the potential to play in the Premier League, definitely. Mileda Rajovic, Edo Kiembe, I think Esprilla. I think if it's going to be a player of the season here, Wesley Hoet, I think he probably gets it. I think because he's probably one of the best.
Wesley Hoet, yeah,
I think he's been very, very good for.
He's been good.
Watford this season. Other players that's probably been mentioned around it. Emmanuel Dennis, I forgot he ended up coming back to them. Forgot he did. Mateus
He didn't do a lot. He didn't really do too much for them, did he?
No, he didn't. Actually, he did not. Jamal Lewis didn't really do that well. But I think Wesley Huet gets player of the season for me for Watford. And then the final team, and then we'll go into the top 2. But it's us, the Mighty Green Army Plymouth Argyle, where we finished 1 place above the relegation. It's a long season for us because overall there was loads of fans that were saying, "Oh, we're going to finish top half of the table." And there was loads of fans saying, "Oh, I don't see us staying in the league. I see us finishing pretty low." But if I'm truly honest here, for us to stay in the Championship, I don't think a lot of us expected us to stay in the Championship when Ian Foster was in charge. But when we was under Schumacher, we was playing pretty well. We wasn't getting away wins, but the home wins we were getting were phenomenal. Very, very phenomenal home wins. Sunderland, Blackburn, just thinking of other home wins that we did get. We did draw against Middlesbrough. I like Darryl said, we probably should have lost that one.
What points off?
Last minute winner against Stoke, last minute winner against Rotherham, win against Cardiff. That was under Ian Foster as well. Other wins that we did
you were turning into last minute goals.
Yeah. But obviously the best win that we did get was 6-2 against Norwich, which I think we'll remember for quite a long time. We remember that win against Norwich for a long, long time because it's such a memorable win. And then the best one of them all, Leicester 1-0 I'd say that definitely kept us up. Like, no one would have thought of us beating Leicester whatsoever. No one would have thought of us beating them. The team that got promoted to the Premier League, to beat them and stay up is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. But thoughts on this season, though, overall, though, Liam, because if you are there now. Bye, Liam. Oh, he is back now.
German Price just lost to Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam had it. Did Liam have him on his bet?
Yeah, but Ryan
Ryan stole it down. I'm not gay. But thoughts overall, though, Liam, on this season from our home team?
Yeah, I mean, we survived as what we wanted. Got some pretty good wins, but then we just fell apart in a couple of games. But I mean, survival was the
second half of the season when
survival was the main aim.
Yeah, but on if we're gonna just say our player of the season now, it has to be Morgan Whittaker. It has to be him. 19 goals, 8 assists. I think there's shadow of a doubt that he's gonna get into the Premier League. I think he will. But will he stay one more season with us? I don't know. It's gonna be tough to call. With us getting Wayne Rooney now. We may get profit on him. We got him for £1 million. £1 million. £1 million. That's such a bargain. I don't even know how mad that sounds. Like, and we'll probably end up making probably 10 to 15 times more than that. So it's crazy. 19 goals, 8 assists for Morgan Whittaker. Fantastic. Ryan Hardy scoring 12, so he's had a very good season himself. We did have Finn Azaz at the first half, but he ended up departing to Middlesbrough, which was a very, very sad moment because I loved Finn Azaz a lot. Really, really loved him. Other players to be mentioned throughout this team. Sorinola came in January, and I thought he played very, very well for us. Adam Randall, one of our own, played so well in midfield. Mustafa Bundu scored one of the most important goals of the season against Leicester. Callum Wright and got the most important assist against Hull to keep us up. And then Adam Forshaw. To be honest, Adam Forshaw, I thought, played very well in the midfield, and I think he'll definitely be mainly involved for us next season for sure. And then Ballymumba, the second half of the season, he really stepped up a lot. He really stepped up a lot in the second half of the season, and hopefully we expect more from him in the second half of the season. So we'll see what happens with him. Lewis Gibson.
Went downhill.
Yeah, and late on in the season he did.
Yeah,
Lewis Gibson. If Morgan Whittaker didn't get player of the season, I think Lewis Gibson might have been up there. He was brilliant. I thought he was good at centre back. 41 games for us. Did make a couple of mistakes there and then, but overall, I thought he played very, very well. Got him on a free as well. Forgot to mention that we got Lewis Gibson on a free. So it's honestly mental. The players that we did get how cheap.
Where was he before?
What? What'd you say,
When was he
Darryl?
originally?
Well, he was at Bristol Rovers on loan last season, and then went back to Everton, and we got him on a free.
Huh. Wow.
So it's just mind-boggling, really. Brendan Galloway, Joe Edwards, rumored to be moving away. I hope he does stay because he's a proper leader. And I saw a photo as well a couple hours ago when he was at Luton. They faced against Manchester United. He was the captain for. I think he was the captain for. Was he the captain or was he not? I think he was for Yeovil. It wasn't Luton. It was Yeovil. Sorry, I don't know why I said Luton. Where did Luton come up from? But Yeovil. He was the captain for them, and Bruni was the captain for Manchester United at the time. Going to be very interesting about that, ain't it? So we see what happens there. But for us, though, I'm very happy we did survive, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with a new man at home park this season. And I never thought I'd be saying that name, Wayne Rooney, at Plymouth. Just never thought I would be saying that. But predictions before we get to the top two. I don't know if I've missed any teams out, but I don't think I have. I think I've done every single team. Yes, we have. We have done every single team. But the final four before we move to the top two. Well, the first one that we talked about was Millwall. Where did you have them, Liam? You had sixth. Right. I can see why they did finish pretty high last season, but yeah, had a massive decline this season. I had them. Oh God, I had them fifth. Yeah, let's not talk about it. And Jack had them fifth. Let's swiftly move on. Swansea 17th for Liam. I had 19th, and Jack had 14th. So Jack got that one spot on. So fair play to Jack. He got that one spot on. So fair play to them. Liam's holding in the background like, how the hell is he getting that spot on? Then Watford. Liam had him 7th. Yeah. I had him 6th, so let's just move on from that. And Jack had him 19th.
Where did they finish?
15th.
Not bad.
To be honest, Jack got the better one out of that, to be fair. So fair enough to him. For Argyle this season, though, Liam had a 16th. I know you'd done that just for the meme.
You finished 20th, didn't you?
We finished 21st. I know you put us there just for the meme, Liam. I know you did. I know you did. I had us 18th. To be honest, 18th to 21st. Excuse me. 18th is not bad.
We all knew you'd survive relegation. So.
Yeah. Jack, I know he had us mid-table. I know he did. Yeah, I know he had us mid-table. Kind of surprised he did. Wow. When you look at his video that he did of all of the results, I can see why he did think that, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Interesting to say the least, though. But now, the top two to finish. Ipswich and Leicester. Congratulations on them two getting automatic promotion to the Premier League. One team, though, Liam, we didn't expect to get promotion, though, as Ipswich. Back to back.
No. Yeah, fair play to them. Very good all season. So, I mean, good luck in the Prem. They definitely need it. I care if McKenna goes.
Definitely need it.
Especially if McKenna goes.
Yeah, especially if McKenna does go, yeah. Absolutely they have been absolutely fantastic. Connor Chaplin, George Hurst, Amari Hutchinson, Luongo, Morsey, Burns, Burgess, Wolfenden, loads of other names that will probably be mentioned. Absolutely. Ali Al-Hamidi as well. And I think he's the first player from Iraq to win promotion to the Premier League. And I think he's the first. I don't know if he's the first player from Iraq to play in the Prem. I don't know, but
if he stays there,
I think if he does stay there, yeah. Kiefer Moore, one of the definitely important players that did get him promoted for sure.
player.
Sam Morsey, Sonny Aluko didn't get any game time. Brandon Williams did not get enough game time there. But one player that's definitely going to get my player of the season is Leif Davis. Broke the record for the most amount of assists for a fullback. 18 assists for a fullback. Can we just say that? 18 assists. That is ridiculous.
That's for a fullback.
Yeah, that's for a fullback, which is incredible. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And then 2 goals to add on top of it. Even better for him. Even better for him. But easily my player of the season, I think. Definitely deserves it. And one player as well that used to be at Leeds, funnily enough. So there you go.
Leif Davis, yeah. And he decided to leave them.
Yeah. Funny. Absolutely funny. But you know what? We'll do the predictions of this before we actually move on to Leicester. Because Liam had him 13th, I had him 14th, and Jack had him 9th. So me and Liam 13th. Not egg.
Egg.
Yeah. 14th and 13th. Yeah. I did
and
not
you
expect
had Leeds second.
I did not expect them to have the season they did. I really didn't. I generally did not expect them to do this well. They've completely blown me away. They really have. But fair enough. Fair enough. I've been completely sat down there.
They've been the 2 best teams in the league. Leicester.
It could have been worse though, Liam. Remember that Irish guy that I put in the chat? He predicted Ipswich dead last.
I know.
So there you go. Absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing, to say the least. So there you go. But Jack 9th, he got the better of that one. But obviously, I don't even think we need to say much about Leicester finishing first and top of the championship. But every single one, all 3 of us got that one correct. So we don't nearly need to talk about that one for predictions. But we all knew they would go up, wouldn't we, Liam? We all knew they would.
Well, the squad they
definitely. Yeah.
The squad they had, it was never in doubt. But
Dewsbury Hall is a class player.
Dewsbury Hall was brilliant. I agree with you on that one. He's brilliant. Jamie Vardy scoring 18 goals. Fatawu being brilliant as well. Mabadidi, James Justin, Wilfred Ndidi, Harry Winks. Like you also
I think if they hadn't got promoted with that squad, then questions would have been asked.
Definitely.
But Ipswich have come out of nowhere. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Patson Daka as well. Patson Daka. Thomas Cannon, I think he'll end up going on loan. Casey McAteer, got to give him respect where it's due. Good young player that they've also bought for again, which is insane. Marco Brighton, his final season for the. I think he's retiring. If I'm sure.
I'm not surprised. Yeah. He's an old age pensioner now.
Yeah, Dewsbury Hall, 12 goals and 14 assists. He's been brilliant for them.
Superb, just brilliant. It's unbelievable. But it's been a good season, I think, for the championship as a whole. It's been so entertaining. We've had a lot of teams doing well that you probably wouldn't have expected at the start of the season. Teams you'd have probably expected in the top 10 that have actually gone down, maybe. We've had some brilliant playoffs. You know, we've had some great promotion, relegation, and playoff races. And I think this might be the first time in a while, but all 3 promoted teams stayed up or went up. Doesn't normally happen. Because normally there's at least one of them that goes down. But I think for us, I think for all of us, really, it's been a roller coaster season, hasn't it, really? We've had
But the interesting thing this season, one of the promoted sides from...
And we get to do it all again next season. And hopefully we'll get 3 points off you this time.
But the difference is, though, one of the promoted sides that got promoted from League One last season got promoted to the Premier League. So congratulations to Ipswich, because none of us thought they would do it. But if we was going to say the most surprising team, it would be Ipswich. But for the last question for you, though, boys, who's the team that's who's been really, really bad for you, in your opinion?
I think Blackburn.
Blackburn, fair enough.
I think Blackburn. I was expecting Blackburn to have a much better
I think
season.
Birmingham.
Yeah, true. Birmingham.
Yep.
So I don't
I think
think
it's
any of
Birmingham
us-
didn't have a bad. Birmingham had a really, really good start, and then
they
as soon as
really
Wayne Rooney came in, they went from good to shit. So
yeah.
I think
fair
the
enough.
full season is a full really. I think
It's been
Blackburn,
brilliant.
the
It's
likes
been
of
up and down
Blackburn and
with
Millwall, never really got that far. They weren't great this season.
Yeah, but honestly, it's been a
But
fantastic season.
I did not expect Huddersfield and Birmingham to get relegated.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be. I didn't expect that to be the bottom three.
Can I
Obviously,
just say, by the way, that League One lineup looks fucking brilliant.
it looks deadly. It looks very deadly. In my
It's going
opinion.
to be hard. It's very difficult to pick who's going to finish where in that league.
Yeah,
Birmingham, Huddersfield, Rotherham, Bolton, Peterborough. You've now got Crawley Town up there as well.
who would have thought?
Stockport,
Who would have thought they would have been
Wrexham,
a they would have
Mansfield,
been relegated from League Two.
Wigan Athletic, Reading.
Wigan would be
Wickham.
better. Reading would be better. So it's going to be very
Yeah.
tasty. Woo!
Well, next season we have down here we got our teams obviously, and then we've also got Burnley, Luton, Forest,
Leeds.
Oxford, Leeds,
Yeah, Oxford.
Southampton. Oxford,
Southampton.
Leeds, Norwich, West Brom, and then you've also got the teams coming up from League One. So you've got Oxford United.
Oxford is going to be very interesting.
And,
Car Park FC is going to be an incredible visit.
So you got Oxford United. I can't remember who finished top. Portsmouth and Derby.
Portsmouth.
Oh god,
Portsmouth, and then obviously Derby. The Derby.
interesting to see how we do against Pompey next season.
Yeah, but bring on next season. The lineup looks incredible, honestly. But thank you all so much for watching this stream. It's been very, very good from start to finish. We've had an average of around 25 to 38 people watching. So thank you all so much.
We've been on for 2.5 hours nearly. So if you haven't enjoyed it, then go and watch a different channel.
Yeah, go watch a different channel. I agree. Yeah, but thank you all so much. It's been great. But this season, that last season, been phenomenal. What a great year it has been. I know, obviously, in the second half of the season, we did stop a bit, but we're back. We're going to keep on doing what we want to do on the Argyle Way. We're going to keep on doing the things that we enjoy. So bring on next season. It's going to be a very good, interesting season. And we'll see you for the next stream or video. But for me, goodbye, everyone. And subscribe to Daryl and subscribe to Liam's other channel with Daryl Double Trouble Darts if you are interested.
Yeah, very good stream now. I mean, very good stream. I mean, the predictions wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Liam
too bad.
didn't do too bad on the
Liam
predictions.
did too bad, to be fair. He got 4 correct, which is really crazy, to be fair.
Couple positions about 2 or 3 wrong.
No, wait, actually. Let me go back. So you got Bristol City
Leicester were
correct.
champs. Leeds third. That was correct.
You got Leicester, Leeds. Leicester,
Coventry,
Leeds,
I think, didn't you say
Bristol.
got Coventry? Or someone spot up.
Coventry, Coventry, Leicester.
Bristol.
Leeds, Leicester, Rotherham.
Yeah, Rotherham and Bristol. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Is that 4?
I think that.
It's been a good season. I think it's been a good season for us all with regard to our channels, obviously.
I think that's 5 for you, Liam.
5.
Been a good
Oh,
season for
very
you,
good.
of course. I'll look forward to being part of it next season.
Yeah,
and
the long trip again.
Back into the bubble vlogs for me next season.
Yep, it's going to be very, very entertaining. But we'll see you all then. It's been an absolutely amazing season. We'll see you all in the next stream for any transfer rumours or anything building up to the new season. Good night from all of us. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye from all of us. Have a good rest of your evening.
Yeah, bye.